Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. How are we doing? My apologies for being late. My thumbnail wasn't working and I was just running late. So, good to see you. Hey, Sav, how are ya? Jelly Tots is here. The YouTubery. Hey, girl. Holly Mack, of course. And my girl Rhonda's here. KY Heather, how are you? Derek is here. I love your drawings that you've been doing lately from the courtroom. So good. Bridget is here. Dodo, good to see you. Oh, aka the cat lady. Happy Friday to you. AZ Nature, how are you? Bunnies against Machado. How are you? It's okay, Lauren. I see the schedule is for 5 and we assume 5:15. That is generally, yes, generally very accurate to do so. Kirsty, how are you, babe? Fuzzy Duck, how are you? Jojo, Messy Jessie's here. Pretty Kooky, how are you, girl? Wendy, seriously? Kitty Cat Suki, what's up, girl? All right, guys. Oh, we got Zach is here. What's up, Zach? All right. How is everyone doing? We made it through the week. Cajun is here. Jen Pookie. Of course, my girl Andrea. Demi. Courtney, how are you? Side Eyes, how are you? Yes. Make sure we're all in live chat. Yes, of course. Yes. Anyways, we made it. We made it. Hopefully you guys have some fun stuff going for the weekend. I will let everyone know, and I'll also mention it again. I'm doing, I think, a Lego stream tomorrow afternoon, probably around 2 Central, 3 Eastern, somewhere around there. And I'll have people on. I'm not sure exactly who's coming yet. There's a few people I need to still reach out to, and a few people I'm waiting to hear back from. So I thought that would be good. I will be quite upfront with you guys. We've done a lot of streams about macchiato this week, and boy, I think like 4, which is probably the most I've ever done in a week. And this one today, when your life isn't absolute chaos and you go to covering something or watching things and diving into things that are absolute chaos, it wanes on you after doing it day after day. So today, as I'm listening, I just reached a point where like I cannot stand the sound of her voice anymore. I cannot like so I just need like a complete palate cleanser of chaos. Like it's just it's a lot. If my life is a complete opposite of what that is, whatever the heck that is. I like it's very peaceful, calm. We like to go to the beach all the time, take walks, do shelling, do all kinds of stuff. And it's very good. It's very calm, peaceful. So that being thrust into your well 4 days a week is a lot. Like that's a lot. I'm surprised she doesn't have more health problems, to be honest. um so I wanted to do something fun tomorrow with some of my friends. I like to do the Lego sets. They're fun. It's also just like you get your mind out of things. And last time we did it, everybody had a blast. The chat was great. So we're gonna do that again tomorrow. So look forward to that. Side eyes Jess. Also, do you want to come on? Do you want a Lego? I know Side eyes Jess is really good. She loves the flowers, and I have some flowers for tomorrow. So you were the one of the ones I was going to reach out to that I haven't. If you want to come on, let me know. So we're just gonna chill, and if you guys have like a diamond painting, I know a lot of you are into that you want to do. While we're doing that, do some Legos with us, or just hang out and watch us do it. But it'll be a little art time. So, hi Julie, how are you? Um, so we're gonna do that tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going to the beach with my friends all day, which I'm excited. Doing some dinner out there to just stay all day. I just need like a whole like oof, like and then next week allegedly she's not talking about people, so that'll be a really great little break of having to listen to anything that she says. So that'll be great. With that said, we have some things to discuss from today's live that I mean like just when you think she can't possibly get any more vile and disgusting than she does. And it's like she always one ups herself every single time. So we saw that happening today. Ooh, Holly said she made 3 Lego bouquets and a working clock. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, they're fun, man. They're fun, and they're like they just you can chill while you do them. You can do them while watching, shows and everything. It's just a good time. Um, which is ironically something that those people hate and they mention all the time. Why you mad at Lego? I don't know. But I like them, and a lot of people like them. So, anyways, we're gonna do that tomorrow. It'll be fun. So today, I guess it started. I don't even know where it started. It started with her lack of dropping receipts, showing proof of stuff, right out of the gate, all of that, and then people started talking about it, right? Everybody was talking about it. So now she's attacking someone who some of you may know in chats as Hellfish Haven, who is a veteran and a stand-up guy. He's the one who sent the box to Valhalla for the Dollywood that had the medal in there for Broken Baker. It's very touching if you're watching the Dollywood show. Hey, Bevs. And anyways, he's in a lot of our chats, and so now she's coming after him because now apparently she is saying he is the one who doctored something that was on Twitter and YouTube. Remember the thing that apparently I brought up on my screen and said, "Oh, okay, this is interesting. If this is true with the date, that's a problem." Okay. And then she was in the chat and I said, "Oh, great, you're here. You want a link so you can come up and explain this to me? Because this is not making sense." And she did. And then she overtalked me the whole time and we, whatever. So now she's saying that Hellfish doctored that thing and sent it to Valhalla and me. Okay. I found the damn thing on either Twitter or YouTube, and someone sent it to me. I said, oh, what is this? We pulled it up. We were looking at it. I in no way got that document from Hellfish. Okay. So again, she's just kind of pulling these things out of her ass. And now, because he's a donator, he is a donator to all kinds of veteran associations. He's a veteran. He donated, he produced the receipts that he donated. Now, he sent those receipts to people. Those receipts didn't look like the same receipts that Machado produced. They just didn't look like them. I can't help what my eyes see. They didn't see similarities in those two receipts. A lot of everyone else said the same thing. And that's what I was explaining to her. I think that that's where maybe the confusion is coming from, because they don't look similar to that. And then also, I don't know if she knows, there was like 2 or 3 other people who donated and produced the receipt. So it wasn't just Hellfish that produced receipts to that organization that didn't look like hers. It was multiple people. So now it's all Hellfish's fault. And so of course, what do? The one thing that they think is a big old power drop. They go and try and look up all the information they can on anybody that doesn't like them online, just like they did with Arkansas Bestie. They did it with me. They doxed my parents, my uncle, all of the, because they have so much to do with anything. This is what these people do. They dox people. They put out people's addresses that don't even have anything to do with any of this stuff. My parents are elderly. Grow the fuck up. You're gross. All of you are gross. They do this. They had their people doing this. If you remember, Macchiato and 7-Eleven had Oceans doing this in chats, trying to get other content creators that don't like certain people in this movement to then cover and make a whole ass show about people from the documents they're providing to them. This is their MO. This is what they do. Why? Because they can't work and act like adults. They have to try and be gross and disgusting. So they did it with Arkansas Bestie, doxing her tax documents, her kids' names, her husband's businesses, where they live, all of these things that are disgusting. So now Hellfish Haven, he very much so, like Valhalla, have been speaking out against this because they're veterans and they feel a certain type of way about how it was handled. And they're entitled to feel however they want to. So, someone who claims to respect veterans and all of these things, right? That's why she's not going after Valhalla so hard anymore, allegedly, is because he's a veteran. But out of the same breath, she will go after Baker, who's a veteran. She will now come after Hellfish Haven, who's a veteran. So she picks and chooses which veteran she respects, gives 2 shits about, or whatever. The point of the matter is she's scared of Valhalla. So that's why she's kind of backing off of Valhalla. It's so ridiculous, but like, you can read her like a book. Today she also threatened to be suing me again. Good luck. You have to have a case. I never once said you stole. I said your receipts didn't look like any of the other ones that I saw, and I have a lot of questions that didn't add up. Good luck. Good luck. So anyways, it's ridiculous. It's the same stuff. It's a rerun every day. She's regurgitating the same shit. Now she'll just pull in a new victim from their stuff, and it's gross. And so today, and I'm not playing all of her stream because the accusations that she's claiming against Hellfish Haven, she admits she doesn't even know if it's the same person. She thinks it is because the timelines of when he served are, I guess he wasn't in, I don't know, I guess he would have been in the country, is what she's saying. I don't fucking know. She hasn't done anything. She said, I got this thing from an encrypted email. Okay. That's always a good sign. It's always a good sign. And then she sent it to her team as if her team fully vets things. And according to her team and the things that she looked up quickly before going online, it checked out. But she's not 100% sure, but she thinks that it is. But then throughout the whole stream, she will refer to him as what she will refer to him. You know, I don't know. This is the same person who was going off about Will and things in New Jersey when Will hasn't been to New Jersey because someone has the same name as Will. Yeah. But, go ahead and tell me about your investigative journalism. It's gross. You have, before you put shit like this out on the internet, you better be 150% sure. Because that type of stuff, well, you want to talk about a defamation claim. I don't know one way or the other, nor would I assume or come out here and say it, because that is reckless and you look dumb. So anyways, real brilliant. Also, if you saw the crash out last night, I didn't see it. I never watch her. She's gross. I can't stomach it. But someone sent me a clip of, and it's been all over Twitter, about 7-Eleven convenience store threatening Hellfish Haven in a very physical way. Well, turns out, fuck around and find out. So during this stream, I guess 7-Eleven got a visit from the police for harassment. Shocking. When you constantly harass people and then you threaten violence upon them, things might happen. So it's been a very interesting day. So we will see how she starts this absolute train wreck of her life. And then let me just remind you, this is her life every day. This is her life. I don't know how she lives in that chaos, but I think she's used to it. That's what she thrives upon. And it's gross. In a way, I feel sorry for her, but then I don't, because she is perpetuating all of this. But for her to think this is normal and accept that as her norm, I feel sorry for her, because that's not a normal thing. It's all very disgusting. All right, let me find where this starts. I may skip around. Like I said, it's a lot. Her voice is on my last nerves. The vitriol in her voice is on my last nerves. So we will do our best to get through it. All right, let's see when this one was. All right. Yeah, it is a lot. So anyways, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to live your life like that and to be constantly going after people. It's insane. All right. All right.
And what we're going to discuss right now is actually agenda adjacent. So there's really no. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here's where we're at here, okay? This needs to be done properly. Just let me pull it all up, okay? All right, thank you. So, okay. All right, I just need to get this all together. All right, so good morning. So let's talk about this. So not too long ago, there has been a discussion about me stealing from veterans. That's actually the framework. That is it. Jessica steals from.
Zach, I'll address this again. There's a reason I don't want to pull her stuff up. Like I said, I listened to some of it once, that's it. I'm not giving her another view to pull it up again and start regurgitating that again. And also, I don't want to put her platform out there. I don't want to look at her face. I don't want to look at that. I do it on my phone. And that's enough for all of you to hear her voice. That's annoying enough. But there's a reason that I'm doing this. So, and it's a lot easier. It's faster. You guys aren't paused as long for me to go screen to screen. So.
Jess Machado stole from veterans, steals from veterans, right? So just like, let's talk about that in itself here. So I have a friend of mine who's an attorney. He's my attorney on certain matters. That man is suing an individual for defamation. She made statements about him on a live stream. She does not have nearly the platform that like I have or some of these other people have. But she made some statements about him being a twice barred attorney. That statement made its way around our community. This attorney was not twice disbarred, and he is suing her. It is taking years and years. So in real time, I've been able to watch. I've been deposed in that case as I'm a witness. And I've just been, I'm not privy to whatever's going on behind the scenes, but I do have like some sort of general understanding about like what defamation is, how it works, how to prove it. And then even if you do feel like there is like a solid case of this, right? The time frame and the resources that are used to move forward in suing someone in court, and then what the actual outcome is at the end, it really makes it hard for someone to consider that they want to actually take legal action against someone. And easy for this friend of mine to do this, as originally he was representing himself. So a lot of all of the work all the way up to a certain point, he did as an attorney himself. Now he has gone on and hired an attorney for things as they start moving closer to trial date. But the person who, he is suing, he's suing for millions of dollars. She
blah, blah, blah.
That, right?
No one cares.
And I think he's, I think maybe suing her insurance company. And what if he gets, $500,000? Who knows, right? I have no idea. I've seen this process full time. And for me, I personally just like to exist knowing like these people are wrong, right? I know they're wrong. They're lying. But I'm not going to drag people into court. And then you add to that, there's like this kind of taboo thing on the internet where if you're a streamer, like it's just taboo to start like suing the shit out of people. And, I weigh what's going on out here. And I see that as much as like people are saying like, you should sue these people and they're making these statements. The fact of the matter is that there needs to be a tangible, like, results of these lies.
That's one thing. It also has to be true that they're defaming you. If the truth is the absolute defense to defamation. So there has to be that too.
Certainly right now, how do I justify that the only real tangible thing that's happened to me right now is that I've lost subs, that I am still I'm still earning money.
You were losing subs way before any of that emerged.
As a matter of fact, in the month where they discussed this, I actually earned more money. And so I'm just monitoring it. I'm just watching it and I'm monitoring it. Do I like that there are people out there that are saying that I stole from veterans? It drives me absolutely crazy. My father was a veteran. I love our veterans. I have donated and worked with veterans agencies. These are things that are like very like, it really bothers me that these people are saying it. But I basically just go back and I go, well, you know what? This is the internet. This is life, right? People can say what they want. It's my choice whether or not I give into it or whatever. But this rhetoric of me stealing from veterans has been absolutely fucked up, if you ask me, right? And it's not even stealing from veterans at all. Because the money was never with the veterans. So if anything, I stole from people who bought sweatshirts from me, a percentage of my profit. That's technically what it is. So they don't even have that right. But they lie because they don't like me. That's really what it is. And so we just let it go. But there was a particular person who really kind of added to this whole narrative. And Hellfish Haven, who uses that handle online, is a veteran, and he is a combat veteran, and that has automatically given him a pass for most people, right? You see, combat veteran has a nonprofit for veterans, and he gets credibility automatically, okay? Now, I know that some of you were listening to J7 last night. I can assure you what we're going to be talking about doesn't actually have anything to do with his nonprofit. So
they attacked his nonprofit last night. That was enough. So now they're doing this.
That's where we're at this morning. So, so what really kind of moved the needle and really had a lot of people like not only doubling down on it, but like people believing this is when they were discussing my receipt, which I ended up showing everybody. I did this thing. I pulled out my receipts. I pulled out the timeline. I pulled out my expenses. Valhalla was like, yep, okay, like blah, 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 blah. This guy goes and makes a donation the same way that I did. And he takes his screenshot of that and compares it to my screenshot. And at the bottom of his post, he goes on and says that he determined that my screenshot of sending donations is not accurate. Okay, so he says.
Okay, so again, you will see the twist that she goes into to try to twist something into her narrative again. Here, yes, he did compare her screenshot to the one where he donated and the other multiple people on the internet donated and sent their screenshots. To me, they look different. My opinion, to me, they looked different. I think most of you thought the same. So he didn't say, I've determined this to not be accurate. Never happened. But go ahead, keep lying and trying to twist your words. Words do matter.
It's not, I've determined that it's not true. And I saw that post, and that's when I started to get very frustrated because here's a veteran. He's posting this stuff. He's receipt that she's posting. He distributed that to people with big mouths on the internet like Valerie and Valhalla, and then it made its way to Lauren. And so now you've got.
You have any proof of that? Because I never got anything at all from him. It was on the internet, multiple platforms. I simply said, what is this? Pulled it up and we discussed it. So again, proof, where is it? You just spew things out. You don't provide proof. Again, her camera's off here. Now you'll see later when she wants to show documents or whatever from somebody who sent it to her, she turns her camera on. So all of these things, where are those things?
This hellfish guy with a good reputation who is out here saying like, I did this, she's lying, blah, 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 right? So that goes crazy. And then Lauren and Valhalla both shared a second document, which they said was doctored, which they said was real. And
okay. I never shared anything, never reposted anything. I did, however, bring it up on my show when I was live and said, this is interesting. If this is true and that date is accurate, this is a problem. When I sent her a link, which is also funny because she says she asked for a link, didn't happen. I offered you a link because I said this doesn't make sense. You want to explain it to me, which, by the way, was nice of me. I didn't have to do that, but what I was saying didn't make sense. She was in the chat talking stuff. I said, good, come on up here, explain this to me then. She came up and she talked over me, didn't really explain a whole lot, but she told me that account, she wouldn't have had that same account or whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. Not a huge deal. Did I believe everything she was saying? Absolutely not. But she also asked me, do you think that this could have been doctored? I said, sure. Absolutely. Just like other things could have been doctored. People can doctor anything. So the narrative that she's spewing, that I was saying that this is fact, that these are accurate, never fucking happened. The stream's up. Go rewatch. The lies, the absolute lies. Go ahead. Let's listen.
Shows a donation screenshot of my bank account, and they doctored the date of it to show.
We don't know whose bank account it was because, like I said in the stream, all of the information that would show whose bank account it was is blacked out. So it was not necessarily her bank account. It was allegedly someone's bank account, but it's all blocked out. But now it's her bank account.
2014. And Lauren shared it on her show. And I actually saw it in real time and got so fucking angry. I asked to get a link and I was explaining to her that she's got it wrong. And she's like, well, I'm sorry. Like, I've got this. And like this. And I'm like, this is fake. This is a fake photoshopped document. You're sharing a fake photoshopped document, which is perpetuating the lie that I did not make this donation. Okay. We got nowhere. Lauren didn't care. She left it up. Shortly thereafter that.
Bitch, let me explain something to you. That didn't happen. You talked around, you overtalked, you deflected, you didn't explain anything. I did, however, tell you, yes, I thought there's a possibility someone could have doctored that, just like someone could have doctored the other things that you posted. That was the point. People can doctor a lot of things. But you can go ahead and go rewatch that because your narrative is absolutely wrong. Also, what are you talking about? I left it up. After you got off the stage, that was done. And we decided, we started talking about the interaction that you and I had. It had nothing to do with it. The thing was taken off of the screen, I believe, before you even left the show. I never posted it on social media, so I didn't have anything to keep up. Like, the lies that she tries to spin are ridiculous. And, I'm so tired of them. I'm just tired of them because all of her people don't go fact check. They don't check any of this shit. They just take it for what it is. And then you have bunnies that are coming over here being like, I never knew any of the real stuff because we just heard all the stuff that she was saying. Yeah. So again, good luck. Didn't happen.
Hellfish was in a comment section where he actually commented under something and he said, do I have it? He said, don't worry, I will Photoshop it. Where the fuck is it? Hold on, I have it. Give me a minute. So he was in a chat, and it was Ray for Dallas's react to the J7 analysis on my interview with Ocean. And here's Hellfish in the chat, and he says, I'll doctor the video to make them look bad anyways, right?
It's very, very interesting that you have no idea what he's talking about. Was he saying you were going to say he doctored something? Was he talking about something else? You didn't provide any of the context of what he was saying. You also didn't provide the screenshot of any of it. So again, if you want to show context, you do. If you don't want to show context, you don't.
So he's admitting in a chat that he will, don't worry, he's going to doctor a video, right? So this is coming from someone who already accused me of lying about my receipts, and also someone who is adjacent to Lauren and Valhalla, who were sharing a doctored image that basically...
Bitch, I wasn't sharing anything that anybody else wasn't sharing when they put it on the internet. I brought it up on my screen and we said, this is interesting. If this date is here and this is the accurate date, then that's a problem. Miss me with that.
They showed people that I lied. Okay. Now, I understand there's a lot of people, Nicole, you're saying no one even knows who Hellfish is. I hear you, because he's kind of like only really known to these people. We're not paying attention to him, like whatever, but he's on our radar because he wasn't basically,
He's on your radar because he didn't agree with what you did and how you handled the fundraiser thing? Yeah, because anyone that says anything negative about you ever is on your radar. You have shit lists on everyone. You have folders on everyone. What a way to live life.
he came out and said, Jess Machado is lying about her donation. Now, after he shared it, after it went everywhere, he posted a comment somewhere and said that he was sorry that he said that, and that he did indeed suppose that I made, this donation. But the damage was on.
Where's that? What was he sorry for? I mean, again, you want to show certain things and you don't want to show certain things.
Already done. And it's, again, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So this person has been out here as a veteran, credibility, basically out here. Just all he has to do is utter, that I lied, and people are going to take him over me. And when a lot of people have been asking me, why don't you push?
Why is that, Jess? Why would people pick him over you? Is it because we've all sat here and witnessed you lying about other things a million times? Is it because we've all caught you on lying a million times and we've all seen it? Because why would someone or the internet just decide to randomly agree, according to you, again, show proof that happened, just randomly agree with some random person on the internet? Okay.
Why don't you get going on this? Because I have learned over time, and I'm hoping that like my team and like Jake, Evan, they are understanding that you have to have patience. And honestly, it's worth the wait. So yesterday, this man, this veteran, he went into a chat and he basically was instructing people on how to mass report Jessica Walsh's insurance company.
Okay, show proof. Show proof. Surely you have it, right? Because you're talking about it. Show proof.
Okay, and that's her story. She stole it. I mean, she will share it. She did last night. Kane was there, and basically, this guy was in a chat, and he was posting links or wherever he was, and he was basically instructing people on what to do. Okay. Now, we knew that had happened. Jessica and I spoke on the phone a little bit, and we were talking about, okay, so now this guy is looking at your business. He's targeting your business. This is real life. Let's start taking a look at his business. And if you didn't watch the show last night, J7 and I basically brought up that we found that this man who owns a business, it's a nonprofit for veterans, hasn't filed his taxes. And because of that, he lost his tax exempt status with the IRS.
Again, she didn't vet any of this shit, and I will not share it because I am not her. But at any rate, you get the point, right? So anybody that tries to discredit them, anyone that has any differences of opinion or whatever, he obviously is a veteran that a lot of you know is a veteran, and he was voicing his opinions on things like he has a right to do in this country. And so what did they do? They have to, whatever. Let me skip past some of this because some of it's just.
Libs of TikTok. Okay. So this is a private account, starts during COVID, and she's out here and nobody knows who she is. And she ultimately
some other thing.
Hearing police department.
So anyways, this encrypted email sent her a document of someone that here, let me go back to the part of where she explains who she thinks it could be.
Keep himself private, but he has a public business. He has a nonprofit. Did it because I can't find anywhere where it is public. And so that would be doxing him.
Oh, so she's not doxing Valhalla because she has it. She has his name and address. Bitch, no, you don't. But she's not doxing him because she's being so kind because she can't find it anywhere else that it's public. I'll take things that never happened for 1,000.
I haven't doxed them. And nobody doxed the person behind Hellfish Haven. It's public documents. His address is public. If he doesn't want to put his personal address, he can put a PO box.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. How'd you find his name? Hellfish Haven is not his government name. Yeah, she's talking about, she just talks about random shit. And she just was saying, for instance, I know Valhalla's full name and his address, but I haven't doxed him because I haven't found anywhere where it's public. Okay. It's not how that works, but all right.
Like there's plenty of things that he could do to keep himself private, but he has a public business. He has a nonprofit. He's been on the news. His picture is out there. And on top of that, all of that information is on his website. Okay. So we're going to take a look at that website right now. So, hands off my bookcase. So this is his website. This is him right here. And this talks a little bit about who he is. So it talks about how he was at Fort Leonard Wood in January of 2023. You scroll down and it talks about when he served. So he was part of Operation Iraqi Freedom 2004 to 2005. And then if you go further, he went back to Iraq from 2007 to 2008. And then he went 2009 to 2010. So this is the individual who has, first of all, put out wrong information about me. Granted, he did go back and correct it, but the damage was already done.
What damage was that? Because you just admitted that the month where the stuff came out about the fundraiser, you made more money. So what damage was that? So let me get this straight. He said something that, according to you, wasn't true, but then he said he was sorry and that wasn't accurate. I don't know what you're even talking about because I don't give two fucks about it. However, this is according to you. And so he came back and said, oh, I was wrong, but the damage was already done. What damage? You making more money? Because you just admitted that you made more money. So, okay.
This is the person who made public statements that he doctors videos to make things look different than what they are. And who I believe doctored the receipt that showed.
You believe. Okay. Well, a lot of people believe that there are Bigfoots, but that doesn't make it real. So again, you have proof, show the proof. Just because you believe something, you were stating it as it was fact a minute ago. Remember, he did it. He passed it on to Valerie, Valhalla, me, and then we all said it was fact. No, none of that shit happened.
That I didn't actually make the donation in 2026. And this is also the individual who is sharing with the public ways on how to report Jessica Walsh's business. Okay. So all of these things. Is the chat with me? Is everybody?
Maybe she could refrain from smacking into the microphone. Also, just a suggestion.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I cannot prove it yet, but I think
you guys, Oceans is welcome to be here. I don't have time to carry any kind of disdain or just whatever for people. You turn out like this. You turn out like these people when you hold things in your soul. And it's fine. She's fine to be here. Everyone is fine to be here. I haven't seen anything she said that's disrespectful. I don't think she would do that here. Everything is fine. It's fine.
Like we are doing our part. And so the names add up, the years add up. And so I believe that this document that I'm going to share is the same individual. So this is a Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Michael Geary versus the town of Foxborough. So let's get into this. Michael Geary filed a timely appeal with the Civil Service.
So this is who she thinks it is.
Commission on November 16th of 2011, contesting the decision by the town of Foxborough to bypass him for original appointment to the position of a permanent intermittent police officer with the Foxborough Police Department. A pre-hearing conference was held on December 20th, 2011 at the offices of the commission. A full hearing was held at the same location on March 27th of 2014.
I don't,
Witnesses were sequestered.
She might have said it earlier about she wasn't sure. I don't really know. Anyway, she's basically saying she's not 100% sure, but she's pretty sure that this is him. Then she goes on to read the documents of what he was accused for, but apparently it was not pursued or whatever. I don't know, nor do I care. Again, people can have opinions on the internet, and that doesn't give you a right to dox their shit, especially without even knowing what any of it is.
As Sergeant Carter found, the accuser was still feeling very told him to stop. She felt 6 or 7. I'll read that again. Further. In Sergeant Carter's experience, it is activated in forming information against me, lies against me by an individual who has been accused of raping a fellow military person. Like,
now again, this is
what are you doing?
This is her account. She likes to accuse people of things that she hasn't have proof over before fully vetting them. Okay. So again, this is on her. This is extremely irresponsible journalism. Why? Because she wanted to get the content out today.
Why isn't anybody this? I mean, this is the same shit. Like, we're not going to get into it today because, like, he's going to continue to just exist without me reacting to this. But Aiden Carney is out there literally accusing my husband and I of stealing, squatting, child abuse, all of this shit that he's.
No, he was reading court documents. So I'm confused. You can read court documents about people you don't even know are the same people that you're trying to talk about, but Aiden can't read them about y'all. It doesn't work that way.
Saying, I promise you he's lying. I promise.
Also, you're not Turtle Boy. This has been done. This is his gig. Go get your own. This is the thing. She doesn't have anything. She's trying to yet again be Turtle Boy. You know what Turtle Boy does? His research. He brings actual receipts. Turtle Boy would never go on a show and say, oh, I am pretty sure that this is the person. I don't 100% know yet, but it tracks because he was in the country during these years. And they have the same name, I think. He would never do that either. You're not him. You will never be him. Get your own stick. This is what he does. No one is impressed by this. You just show yourself as the disgusting lowlife that you are for trying to do this. You have continually doxed people on the internet multiple times over the past multiple months, and it's gross every single time. You don't even have all this information, and you're putting it out there. Dude, get a life. And then you wonder why your life sucks. You wonder why you're miserable, why you have health problems, why you can't sleep at night. It's within. Look within. It's this shit you're doing.
I promise you he's wrong. I promise you that there are receipts to show what kind of a person that man is.
Okay, where are they? We'll wait. Those receipts, just like the receipts you and 7-Eleven convenience store had on Baker that you never produced, that were in a safety deposit box in a bank. Where are the receipts on Aiden? You don't have anything. Because I will assure you, just like I said with Baker, if you had them, you'd have dropped them already. Your lies are showing. Everyone's on to you. This is a rerun. All of your things are reruns. We've seen this before. We know the ending.
It's not time for that yet. I would like to go get a fucking coffee. Would you like to come with me? You don't see, like, I'm sitting here and I'm talking like this and like, yeah, let's do this, right? At 9 o'clock in the morning, are we dropping this shit? Yes, we are. Because
that's how you wake up and start your day. What a glorious life you lead.
the minute this shit is out there on the internet about me, it's wildfire. I just want to make a very public statement. I am under no motherfucking obligation to take 1 cent of my profits and give them to anybody. I just did. And for you to frame that as stealing after I paid all my expenses, whatever the fuck they are, you want a clinic on what nonprofits look like? Fine, let's do a clinic on nonprofits.
I'm sorry, this woman is going to do a clinic on nonprofits. I mean, I can't even take that serious.
Show you what a nonprofit is and what kind of, let me show you what happens when you say, here are all of my profits as a nonprofit. You want to do it? Let's do it. Fine. Let's do.
No one gives a fuck about anything to do with you. Okay. No one does. Bye.
Me this fucking week. Oh shit. I can't.
For fuck's sake. Okay.
So Matters asked me this, and I'm like, you read her blogs. You read about how this woman feels about
she's
other women.
talking about my mom, Jolene, again. Surprising, I know. It never happens.
Right? Like, and honestly, like, I think we only read like a half of one blog. Like, it's going to be story time with Bunny this fucking week. Oh shit, I can't. I've got this stupid fucking challenge. God damn it.
I hate it when not talking shit about people gets in the way of talking shit about people. Also, you're the only one challenging yourself to this challenge anymore. Megan Fox said, do it. Like, start it. Not pick a fucking week in a month when you plan for it. You don't need a plan to just not talk shit about people for a week. It's not hard. But she's still taking the challenge because she can use Megan Fox's name to get some sort of clout.
Starting on Monday, we can't do any shows about other countries. Fuck it. We're going to do a show between now and then. We'll do nighttime bun buns. What was that song called? I'm fucking dead. Is it new? Wait. Jenna, welcome. Have you not heard Finger Bang You After the Wilbur? Or After the Wilbur?
Apparently,
everybody say hello to Jenna Rocco.
Apparently, Jenna Rocco is a bunny
she's
now.
Out here on these Lindsay Clancy.
Apparently, Jenna Rocco is a bunny now. That's fun. Okay.
Streets. She's. Anyway, I got a lot of thoughts to talk about that as well. Oh God, I have so many things I need.
Let's take a break. I told you guys, I'm about fed up with her voice. Like I don't know how anyone's energy allows that type of stuff in their life this much, but it is. Oh my God, we need Sage after this show. All right, let's go here. Naira, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the tribe. We are glad to have you, and I think you will like it here. Thank you. Heather sent 10 jewels for a floating heart. Thank you, Heather. The YouTuber said, I'm on her poo-poo list. Naturally, I'm devastated. Yes. Well, anyone who says anything non-complimentary about her is on her poo-poo list. So, yes. And YouTubery has made it because she got a shout out for, I guess, her videos, which are very good. So you should go sub to the YouTubery. We are going to get her. You're not at 1,000 yet, are you? I think they're almost at 1,000. So guys, go support them and sub up. It's free, costs you nothing. And you can support other new creators, which is great. We love to do that here. Messy Jessie, thank you so much for your super chat. She said, would you know anything about this? Said me, not ever. Yeah, we don't. Again, it's like the amount of no one gives a fuck about her or what she thinks. Like no one. Well, like maybe like the 400 bunnies that tune in. The rest is hate watchers. It's wild. Messy Jessie, thank you so much for your other super chat. It says, my beef is my beef with Ocean's. Lauren is amazing, kind, amazing hearted. She is better than me. No, I'm not better than, I don't claim to be better than anyone. Don't say that. That said, I will speak my mind due to 3 horrible streams about me. That said, I will reserve that, and I apologize, Lauren. You don't need to apologize. Everyone's opinions are welcome here. We don't do that cult mentality. Oceans has apologized to me. I don't have any space in my being for any of the negative energy with that. So for me, I don't care. And I've put it in the past. Does that mean I'm going to trust her, be good friends with her? Absolutely not. But it's fine. It's water under the bridge. Like I said, if you hold on to stuff like that, you become Machado. And I'm not going to do that. But you guys can feel however you want to feel. Just be respectful. She's here and she's welcome to be here. If she's being respectful, then just be respectful back. You can think however you want to about her. Never try to tell anyone how to think. 10 jewels for the gold coin. Thank you so much, Rose. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, Olap. I love your video. I don't know did I tell you that in person or not? I don't think I've told you that yet. It's so good. You guys, Olap did another chapter. This one, it was about me and Machado, and she did a fantastic job. Please go give Olap a sub, of course. But please go like the video and hype it. I want to get it hyped for her and get more eyes on it, and get more eyes to her channel, because she is doing amazing work over there. And she's so freaking funny. All right, guys. Let's get back to this.
To say about that. So we're on last night. Manners asked me about, and I'm saying all this stuff about Jolene, and I'm like, listen, this woman literally wrote a blog about how she feels when she's with her boyfriend or her husband, and when he sees.
Oh, look, another rerun. We've heard this same thing before. It's a comedy blog. She was making fun of like her teenage self or whatever. These people have never seen comedians, and it shows. Like, she wouldn't know what's funny if it hit her in the face. It's nuts.
When a woman who she deems to be more attractive than her walks in a room, and how she feels about that woman, and how she feels about her boyfriend, and how he feels about that woman, it drips of insecurity. It drips of.
It's a comedy blog. It wasn't real life. She's a comedian.
I don't even know. I don't even know whatever to say. But here's like what we need to go harder at some of this stuff, right? And I do pussyfoot around a little bit because I keep politics out of my show. I don't want it to be political, but we're going to go off of that for a minute.
Except you don't, but all right. Tell me more lies.
And we are going to be political, okay? Jolene Lunzer wants strict gun laws. Jolene Lunzer has,
again, she I don't know where she's posting this. Anyways, I don't know where she's reading these things. I don't know if she's assuming this because of her political stance. I don't know, nor do I care. But again, take her for what she is, which is not very accurate, and who you have seen her be. However that is, you can decide for yourself.
Pronouns as a priority. Jolene Lunzer thinks it's okay for men to be in women's sports. Jolene Lunzer thinks climate change is like the most important thing in the United States right now.
Okay. So many things I want to say. I could care less if everything you're saying right now is accurate, because I'm an adult and I don't base who I like off of who they vote for, or their stance has to be exactly similar to everything I personally believe in. I don't give two fucks. That's what makes this country great. is differences of opinion. People have a right to do or think however they want, to vote for whoever they want to. What you're wanting isn't America. You're wanting things dictated, and you're wanting something in a country that we have freedom. But apparently you don't like that freedom, because if someone doesn't have every single viewpoint as you like to shit on them. And that is ridiculous. Grow up again. I mean, like, it's so wild to me. I could care less. That's why I don't like politics, because it divides people. Who cares? Who cares? Think what you want. Vote for who you want. View however you want. No one cares.
Jolene Lunzer wants open borders. Jolene Lunzer thinks you should be able to abort a full-term baby. Jolene Lunzer wants criminals to get less incarceration. She is a raging liberal who is responsible for the decline of the United States of America.
So, okay. So Baker is responsible for everyone hating everyone hating Jessica Machado, for aiding for Aiden attacking her. He bears all of the power for that. Jolene has single-handedly just messed up United States of America. Okay, got it. Cool. Did Spicy Missy tell you that one too? The conspiracies, the whole thing, it's wild.
And there is absolutely no way, shape, or form I should ever take anybody who has those stances seriously. You shouldn't either. Now, you shouldn't take the far right seriously, in my opinion, either. They are both absolutely batshit crazy. And it is part of why in the...
This is things cults do, right? They tell you what you should and shouldn't believe. Don't do this, don't do that. You shouldn't like this person. You should feel this way. That's the things that cults do. This is weird. Stop it. It's getting very culty.
Republican Party, if you ever hear in Massachusetts of Republicans not liking me, it's because they think that I am too moderate.
Or maybe they just don't like you because they've heard your show and they've talked to you for 2.5 seconds. Maybe they just don't like you because of who you are and as a person. Could it be that, or everything has to be political for, like, with you? You have to, oh, they must just not like me because they don't vote the way I do. No. It might have something to do with who you are as a person and the things you say and how you carry yourself. Could be that too.
I am not far right enough. Okay. We should be like fucking wearing crucifixes around our necks and blah, 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 and all of this fucking shit. And they're actually the frauds, right? Because if you are all about the government keeping their hands off of your fucking body and you can't get vaccinations, I'm a pure blooder. I've never been vaccinated on COVID, okay? I'm a pure blooder. My kids are pure blood. My husband's...
Could it be also because you didn't have a job when this was going on, why you have pure blood? I don't know if you remember, because you probably weren't employed. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. Very possible, because I don't know your life. Don't claim to, don't want to. But a lot of people's jobs, like nurses, hospitals, were requiring people to get vaccinated. Okay, so you not necessarily having that isn't a flex either, because most of us know a lot of jobs were requiring that back then. But go ahead, tell us more.
Blood, fuck the actual vax. There was no way we were fucking doing it because I'm like fucking woke. There's no way, right? But I believe...
Also, stop trying to sound like you're some cool, like, 20-year-old. You're 50. No one talks like that.
That the government should never force you to do...
The fact that you're telling us you're woke means you're not woke. Okay? Okay, pumpkin.
Something to your body. Ever. Another term for that could also be used, my body, my choice, right? So Republicans, far-right Republicans lose their mind when I say that, because the government should not be able to tell me I have to have a baby.
But you just said Jolene wants to abort full-grown, full-term babies. You talk out of both sides of your mouth. No one can keep up. You don't make sense. You don't listen to the words that come out of your mouth, and you just keep talking, and it's weird.
If I don't want to have a baby, the government should never tell me that I can't abort a child if I want. It's my body, it's my choice. But that statement applies for everything. I want total autonomy over my body, including vaccinations, vaccination schedules, everything. But Jolene Lunzer is a far left raging liberal. And I don't care if she wants to come out and she wants to say, no, I don't. You are. If you're at a No Kings rally, we don't get to dissect it. You just go under the blanket umbrella of being an absolute fucking pink, blue-haired, crazy fucking lib. The same way you all put me under a Trump.
Okay, so you don't like anyone with pink or blue hair. You don't like anyone with fake boobs. Okay. Okay.
Category. We're not going to get into it. It's just how it is. Stop giving Jolene Lunzer any fucking airtime, any fucking credit for anything. If you are against any of the things that we just talked about, are you against boys and girls sports? These motherfuckers in the state are lucky. My girls have aged out and they are not playing high school sports because I guarantee you there wouldn't be a louder voice against this than Jess Machado. And my high school team won the fucking state championship in field hockey because they had boys on their team.
Was it a boys field hockey team, Jess? The stuff she says is ridiculous. Was it boys field hockey, Jess? Then it would make sense that they won because there was boys on the team because you were a boy on the team. It was a boys team.
Surprised Aiden is surrounding himself with far left. He is an opportunist. He is alienated anybody sensible in his life, and he has no choice. He doesn't have a choice. That's all that's left.
That's all that's left. Yeah, Aiden said, I'm done being your friend because you're not a friend. And then, my God, he just had to take anyone because your presence was gone. The delusion. This woman was never a friend. She was never a friend to him. She didn't do anything but give up her seat to him, which was the right thing to do. That's it. That's the only thing she ever did.
But like, seriously, like, you cannot, like, it is as simple as that. It is that simple. Nothing that Jolene Lunzer that is being said should ever be taken seriously if you are against boys in sports, open borders, all of this fucking shit. Is this car going? What's going on here?
So jealous. No one rattles her like Jolene.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe it is time that we start leaning a little bit further into like those things. I'm not a perfect Republican. I'm not a perfect conservative. But I actually believe, in my opinion.
So this changed a little when she found out she was a possible witness in a lawsuit. Is when this started to, maybe I'm not the perfect, maybe I'm not far left, or maybe I'm not far right, or whatever she's talking about. This is very new.
Based on all of my work in politics and being on the ground and talking to voters, that there's actually like kind of like a third option. And it's not like libertarians or Tea Parties or any of that. It's another option, which is just real solid, moderate Republicans. A mix of like small government, but like not being so crazy on these like social situations. Like there is another option here. And I don't know if like maybe I need to kind of like put up those parameters and say like, hey, this is what I believe in. This is what I don't. I don't like doing that because I want people to be able to like do whatever they want. But at the same time, we got a fucking raging liberal from fucking out in California that is actually like kind of like impacting like our enjoyment of online. Like it's just stop.
She's affecting your enjoyment online? How? No one makes you tune into her lives. We love it. It's very enjoyable. It's great. It's a fantastic time over there. You don't have to come. So how is that affecting you? If you don't want to hear the stuff people are saying, then don't tune in. It's real easy. You think I watch anything or someone shit talking me? No, thank you. I have better things to do with my time. I don't care. Whatever anyone else thinks of me is none of my business. Don't care. I'm busy living my life. Don't tune in. So if someone's affecting your joy online, then that's a you problem.
So, to answer Menner's question, 7-8 hours after he asked it, here's what I think of Jolene. I cannot possibly take anybody seriously who aligns themselves with the values that Jolene Lunzer possesses.
Okay.
And Megan Fox wants to sell out and align herself with Jolene.
Sell out.
Everything Jolene stands for politically and socially, just because she hates me. That, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like power. It's
JP or Jen P. Yeah. She reads her like a book and she can't stand it. She cannot stand that Jolene has her number. Then you put on top of that she's a pretty successful woman. She really doesn't like her.
Sounds to me like I can make people compromise their values on the internet out of their sheer disdain for me. And that sounds like something that I can make money off of. Speaking of,
you make people compromise their values. Dear God. I mean, can you please cure cancer? That is my one request. Please cure cancer. Because apparently you can do everything. You hold so much power. Hi, Megan. How are you? Yeah. So please cure cancer, please. And thank you. But that would be too much work. So I don't think that's happening.
making money. Jolene Lunzer was on X last night talking about this shit with veterans, and Jess Walsh talking about this whole thing with Hellfish and how disgusting it is. And Jess Machado, why don't you shut this down? I guarantee you Jolene Lunzer will monetize off of those conversations. She is going to discuss it while making money. She is going to save the discussion for her platform. She is going to stream.
Here's what I don't know if the bunnies buy this, that they get what she's doing. She's acting like she's not making money off of talking about everybody else's name. You have a YouTube channel. You have your choice of what you put out. People's time, people respect that. Now, if you're covering things that people want to talk about, more than likely they're going to accommodate you, give you certain things like super chats, memberships, things like that. That's what this is about. You think everyone has free time that they just come on here just to discuss? You, my dear, are the one who can't keep anyone's names out of your mouth, because you know that people are going to hate watch. So miss me with that. Everybody out here is getting some sort of monetary payment. That's the whole purpose of most of the people who do this for full content. A lot of these people, this is their job, just like you. But yet it's not okay for them to do it, but it's perfectly fine for you to beg, because today you did it again. You asked them to just Venmo you. But okay.
She is going to talk about it. She is going to earn money off of it because she is a hypocrite. She's a jealous, insecure hypocrite.
Yeah, that's it. She's so jealous of you. Everyone is jealous of you. Dear God, the delusion. If some of my mods would be so kind as to drop Megan's channel, go sub to Megan.
I'm not sure what's taking so long in this line, but it is Friday and I am feeling really great. And so, yeah, we're not going to get upset, but it is taking a little bit of a long time. No
Oh no, Karen. Can you speak to the manager? Can you maybe call corporate? It's taking too long in this line for your liking.
It's also payday for us YouTubers, everybody. All you YouTubers, you get your money in your accounts today. Big day for a lot of people. Lots of money that just hit your account, courtesy of Jess Machado and the Bunny Network. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I love today because I have now been in a habit of every month being able to just pay things, and then there's still money left there. Still money left. Still money left. Can we delay the stand down next week? No, I have worked very hard on putting together shows for you next week that do not involve shitting all over people. May I go live more between now and Monday and get it all in and get it out of my system? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. What's that drink? What's that drink? What was that?
It looks like it has sugar.
Hold on.
My God, what is it? I need it. And what that? Under the yard
What
sale?
was that drink that person got?
He got an ice peach green tea.
Oh, I've never seen anything other
Suddenly not interested when she found out it was green tea. Okay.
than coffee come out of this window. I was like,
Yeah.
what's that?
Cheese.
Okay. Thank you.
Juice. And I can sign and a straw.
Yes, please.
No, it was you. Wait.
That's it. Thanks, Queen. Have a great weekend.
You as well.
Bye, Queen.
Let me
I
see
love
how
my
many
girls.
times I can call her queen. It will make people think I like women. Even this girl's like 15.
Yeah, I love them. I don't know their names. They don't wear name tags. It's probably for the best. I'm gonna make up a nickname for him. Her nickname is Kitten. She has little like kitten eyes.
God bless those workers.
All right. So let's talk about some more stuff. You want to go for a ride? I know you do. Of course you do. Soon we will be together. Knuckles deep in your poon. Further. In Sergeant Carter's experience.
Megan, that's what she doesn't get. She still thinks there's this deal. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, no one cares. She offered you like, hey, why don't you do this thing where you just stop talking about people for a week and it'll be good. I'll support you. I'll think a little differently if you can just do that and show me some content. And she's like, I plan it. Okay. That's not. And then she's like, no, I can pick whatever I want to. Well, then nobody cares. It's not an agreement. No one's interested. No one's going to be watching. No one cares. That was the deal. That was the offer. You took it and then you recanted. But like, she still thinks there's this thing. No one cares. Like, okay, you go do you. No one's talking about you. No one cares. This is your deal in your head that whatever. I know. It's so wild. Ugh. Okay.
And he said, I want you to interview me.
Okay.
I want to be able to speak my piece about
talking about
everything that Aiden is saying about me and my
Jessica.
son, my ex-wife, and the divorce and everything like that. And I said, okay, that's what you want? And he said, that's what I want. I said, okay. So I said okay to Jeffrey, but I immediately sat down on the couch and I texted my team. And I said, here's what Jeffrey is asking. I want everybody, if you don't mind, could you list the pros and cons of Jeffrey coming on and doing this? And I sent it to them and I said, or another option would be Moons, you can interview him, right?
That'll be
Keep me out of
thrilled.
it and you can interview him. And what I love about, I don't know what will happen with this platform. I don't know what will happen with my brand. I don't know if it's ever going to be able to support people other than just myself and my family. But if it ever is, the women that are behind the scenes here are coming along for the ride, because the way that they approach these things and
Yeah, that's how dumb she is. She thinks everyone gets it today. She doesn't know anything about anything.
They care about myself and my family, right? It's just, it's loyalty. It's that thing that I tell you about that I can't overlook. It's why, like I can never see myself ever, reconnecting with Jimmy because that loyalty was broken, right? It's why as behind the scenes or as subtle or as quiet as it is, that Kimberly, Samantha, Josephina, and I are bonded. Because
Did she just give Nurse Kim another middle name? Like, does she have now like 3 middle names? Again, here she is dropping Nurse Kim's name, just like she used to do with Aiden.
of loyalty to whatever it is that we talked about, discussed, and put ourselves in a vulnerable position to talk to each other. That's why I get a lot of people don't understand it. I get a lot of people push back on some stuff. And at this point, it is always best, if you haven't noticed, that we just don't talk to each other publicly. Because it just brings more fucking.
Oh, is that the new narrative now? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Problems than anything else, but loyalty is it. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm very grateful for these women who take time out of their day to advise and screen record and pull transcripts. And it's just, I'm very lucky. I hope one day, like, there's some value in it for you. Although I do believe Spicy Misty enjoys every second of what's going on. And that is her payment, is that she gets to be out here. Anyway, the team came back with all of these thoughts and things, and I can't remember who it was. I'm going to think it was Spicy Misty. So there are parts about this story with my husband's son that we could never share. And we talked about it on my show before, right? Because a lot of people who are followers of mine know that whatever Aiden is talking about was stuff we've already talked about. He's just framing it differently and he's not giving all the details. And he would know that if he listened to my show, but he doesn't. But he still knows.
Because your show sucks. Everyone has told you that. But why would you listen to that?
He doesn't like it. You go figure.
Ma'am, I have had to listen to it for four days now this week. I don't know how you don't have more health problems and more mental health problems, because talking like that is your life, and it is the most chaotic, unhinged, terrifying thing that someone lives their life like that.
There are things just based on not only my stepson's privacy, but also health issues. And
he didn't talk about your stepson. Okay. Stop trying to act like he attacked your stepson. Never did he do that.
Also, trying to be as equally as open, but at the same time, really trying to continue to respect his mother in a public forum, right?
I guess you forgot about the shows where you shit on his mother and his grandmother. You must have forgot about those shows where you did that. But now you're going to respect them and try to be okay, sure.
The end would always be on Aiden. He'd always get the end, the mic drop, because we could never share the full story. So if we could, and I believe the people who know me understand, and there is a mic drop, so to speak, there, we could never do that publicly. So get out there and go do your truth journey, Jeff. Aiden's going to come back and he'd be like, yeah, but what? You know what I mean? You don't see your kid. Well, we can't counter that. We can't say anything. And it was a great point by Spicy Misty where she said it's no different than Will, so to speak, right? Will says,
okay, I'm not platforming your bullshit on someone else.
You're just going to let him sit out there and cook. Let him do it. You know what I mean? And
ma'am, the only thing that's cooking is you. He is cooking you.
I tried to explain to Jeff that over the past 2 months, what I've learned is
Tell us what you've
and I've
learned.
shared this with everybody. When you shut the phone off, when you are not in the screen, what is my life like? What is our life like? And it was like a little workout session with Jeff, and he's like, I love my life. And he's like, I love my marriage and I love my family. And he's like, I am sad at what happened with my son. He's like, but I can't even say it. He's like, I've had no choice other than to kind of find my peace with it and hope that it changes. And, I kind of talked him off the ledge of getting out here and, defending himself. And I'm so grateful for the women who care about us and our family that kind of gave that feedback. And it totally changed, his desire to do it. And I think it's the right thing. I also had to kind of lay into my husband about, sir, you are, and you have the depth of knowledge I have about Aiden Carney. Doesn't that give you some peace? And he's like, when are you going to fucking talk about it? When are you going to talk about what you watched and what you heard and what you saw and how you felt? And I was like, maybe never, but not now, like not now. And
Not now, because you don't have anything. Just like you didn't have anything with the Baker texts. There was nothing in those texts that made Baker look bad. That's why they weren't dropped. Same with this shit. It doesn't exist. Stop trying to hold something that isn't real over anyone's head. It's not going to work. This is a rerun. We know how this story ends. You sound ridiculous.
I said, but doesn't it do you have the ability to tap into your brain and realize that a person causing you pain or, disparaging you or making fun of you, doesn't it make you feel differently when you know more about what that person is like in real life? And, I think it was like a 45-minute conversation. We were just sitting in the living room talking this out, and he was like, you're right. And then I don't know if I sent it to the chat yet. I have to send it. He's like, I want to talk to the chat. And I recorded him, and he was like, thank you for putting that in perspective. Thank you for clearing.
Shizzy, yes, everything's fine. It's just more shit. She's attacking Hellfish now. Same shit, different day, different victim today. More lies. My stream yesterday. Interesting. She didn't comment on anything about my stream yesterday, where we proved that she does have a sense of smell in like 4 or 5 multiple occasions. She's talking about smelling something. But then she admitted, oh, I guess I did lie, but it's because of my mom. No, you just lied to lie, because we pulled up at least 4 things, and there was many, many more showing that you do smell and you are capable of smelling things and enjoying them because you're a smell girly. She didn't address that.
My mind. Thank you for making me see this, and I feel better about it. And I was like, welcome to my world, Jeffrey. We talk ourselves off a ledge every single goddamn day. For fuck's sake, we talked Jessica Walsh off the ledge from shutting down her YouTube channel yesterday. She sent a message. She's like,
that's every day. She threatens to shut down her YouTube channel every day. That's not news. No one cares.
That's it. I'm shutting it down. I was like,
stop yelling. Stop yelling.
It's an illness. I kind of miss you guys. I'm in the car. Every time I get in the car, I feel like, should I have my phone on? I just kind of miss them. I want to talk.
Yeah, heaven forbid her call any of her real friends. Because she doesn't have any real friends. My God.
To them. They're my friends. But when I do hang up my phone, I look around at my life. I look around at what I'm doing. I look around at my relationships, my family, my children, and everything. And everything is not perfect. And I don't know if at any point I've ever said my life is grand and perfect, but It's better than what it was. It's better than the worst of times that we've had. It feels good, and I'm enjoying professional success in an
Professional is very, very, very debatable. Very.
Industry in a business that I have always wanted to be a part. I want to talk. I always want to talk. I've wanted to talk my whole life.
That would be great.
And so, yeah, everything is really fucking grand. I am a complete fuck up. I have fucked up 1,000 different times. I've made bad decisions. I've been in bad relationships. I have done shit that I'm not proud of. I have been a broke bitch. I have had my car. Stop saying.
Let's be clear. The reason that people say this or mention anything about you not having money or anything like that is not because of that. It is because of how you treat others. There is no shame in not having a lot of money. There's a lot of people who don't have a lot of money that struggle to pay their bills. It is because of who you are as a person. The things that you put out there, the way you speak of others, the way you tear down others, the way you are so cruel to others and put yourself so much high above everyone else that is the reason that people bring up these things that have happened to you. It is not because you didn't have much money or your car got repoed. These are all things that were brought to the attention after you became a vile human being and everyone saw how nasty you are and treat people. So again, stop trying to play a victim.
Repoed. They never got it. Beat the repo man. I've had.
So she's never been repoed because she outwitted the repo man and then turned in the car and got credit for that car to get a new car. That's not a flex. That just means you committed more crimes, really. Because that's not legal. But tell me again how you don't ever do anything unlegal. Cool.
I've been poor. I've had my bank account in, I've had no bank account. I've had no money. Okay. I never raped anybody. I never went to jail.
That's interesting because show me the document where it said he's a convicted rapist. Is there a document that says he's a convicted rapist? Everything is spun for her narrative. Everything.
You know? Never stole 5K.
What is she talking? I did not get that reference. Who stole 5K? Does anyone know?
So, yeah. So, it's when you're out here and by the way, this is to like anybody, first of all, who is like currently like a smaller channel that's just starting and getting your feet wet. People like Moons, J7, Dirty Water Diva, those girls are past that point already. They understand how it works out here. But if you're one of the people that's kind of like just starting to get your feet wet,
we're not taking any advice on YouTube from this one.
Green, it's just in this virtual space and world. And if you're a good person, I'm not saying a perfect person. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to make every best decision. You don't have to have perfect credit to come out here and do a YouTube show. Okay? You don't have to own a house to have a YouTube show.
Tell us what bothers you, because we're finding out. You're telling us everything. So, good credit bothers you. People who own a house bothers you. What else?
You just have to be authentic. And that's what they cannot fucking extract from me. They can't figure it out, that it doesn't matter what I do. As long as I talk about it openly, honestly, work through it in real time, try to be fucking self-deprecating, trying to be honest, admit when I fuck up, that is a...
When are you going to do that? That hasn't happened. That would be a new show. When you admit that you fuck up about things.
Fucking winning ingredient that pays the fucking bills. And Jolene, look what works for you. Shitting all over people on the internet is the equation that works for you. Everybody has their own equation. I could never, but you do.
Sorry, I didn't say I could never shit on people on the internet. What does she think her show is every day? Why does she think Megan Fox gave her that challenge? Because all she does is shit on people on the internet. She's not a comedian. She's not funny about it. She's not trying to be funny. She's just being cruel. Jolene is a comedian. Again, she clearly has never gone to a comedy show or watched any kind of comedic performance in her life. She cannot fathom comedian. She just doesn't get it. But then she says, I could never. That's all you do. I mean, like, when I say delusion, like, I'm not joking. This is delusional. Like, it's to the point where it's not even funny. This is just plain delusion.
You queen. You know, I don't know, like, if Aiden even has the capacity to really discuss, you know, there's a lot of conversation that happens when people say, like, you know, and I'm guilty of it. You know, the Commonwealth and Lindsay Gattani took Aiden from his children, right? They took Aiden from his children. He didn't get to see his children. Is anybody looking at it from the other side? The kids lost their dad, right?
That's the point, you dumbass. Like, you're trying to turn it like Aiden wasn't talking about that. That's exactly what he's talking about. Again, I'm not going to play this absolute twist that you're doing on this stuff. And the other day, you said it wasn't their fault. You said Aiden did everything to himself. So which is it? You can't keep up yourself.
Of ever really talking about, like, family and what's important. I also think it's like, it's pretty cocky for him to act like that he is immune to, you know, family, you know, discord or all of these things when, you know, you're living a life that, you know, breeds discontent amongst family members, right? You know, taking yourself out of a family home, going to jail, these are things that will have, whether you understand it or not, long-term husband situation. You know, I hate to say God doesn't sleep, but, like, you know, Sky Daddy is up there watching that.
I don't know. It just, for some reason, probably because she's never talked about it before the last couple weeks, but her talking about God it makes me laugh, also roll my eyes, because she's never done it before. Second of all, no one thinks she's close to God. I can assure you that.
He gets it. You know what I mean? He gets it. Does anybody think that, like, my husband and I and my children have ever been okay with not seeing Alex?
No one cares. This isn't about any of that.
You know, I
don't
still
wanna-
have nightmares.
No, you don't. You
about
don't
it.
have anything.
I still have nightmares.
Is that like nightmares like this 911 call that you didn't have? Cool.
Hasn't seen his son,
Oh,
right?
okay,
It is.
Want to hear her cry.
And
or
about
anything.
it is, I think my husband does really well with living with the pain.
Great.
This, right? Like, this, this helped. Making money, when you take away the stress of finances, everything else seems to be less stressful. And when you're worried about paying bills or you're worried about a repo guy, right? You know, those things can really kind of, like, make other things worse. And then there's tension and fighting and aggravation and short fuses. And, you know, only now that we're past that, right? Those days, we were already past it, but, like, I'm just saying, like, things really started to heal when we were not so stressed out about our life, right? And I think like the past year, my husband has gotten softer. And I know that you guys are probably thinking that's impossible because he's so edgy sometimes or whatever, but he is softer. And more than that, I've also experienced my husband like recognizing when he isn't being soft, not soft, but when he's a disproportionate anger to something that is like, you shouldn't act that way. Like I know now, I see him recognize that now. I see him like, he's quicker to apologize or apologize at all for that matter. So I feel like, you know, we joke about like him and his anger and, you know, Cation's Jeffrey and are you approachables and things like that. You know, we're dealing with trauma. You guys only know Jeff post Alex being not a part of his life, right? But if you knew him when Alex was here, I think you'd love him even more,
Oh.
you know? So.
Okay.
Kind of defending me from everything that was going on and all of this stuff that's been happening, which was spilling into our home life, right? It's not even some of the worst stuff that Aiden has done. And, you know, for me to act like it's just the absolute worst, it pales in comparison to, you know, some of the other things that Aiden has done to other people, which I co-signed many times and defended him for.
Right.
It doesn't mean that, you know, all of a sudden I've gone full Jen Altman and, you know, I'm all the way on the other side of shit. It's not.
Oh no, you're full on the other side, full on, full blown TBDS, as full as you can get.
But the problem here is that for several years, we have allowed someone who really isn't a good person to kind of just get a free pass for everything because of, you know, First Amendment rights and bullshit like that. You know, I'm not even.
Okay. So let me explain this to you. Just like the whole Karen Reed thing, okay? A lot of people didn't like Karen Reed, and this was not talking about in this group, but a lot of people didn't like her because of her personality or what they thought was her personality. Someone's personality does not make that person guilty or it okay for them to be charged and accused of something that they didn't do. So for you talking about we've let him get away with his personality and the bad things that he does because of freedom of speech. No, bitch. That's not how it works in America. Okay? He didn't do the things that they're accusing him of. I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if he offends a lot of people, which he does offend certain people. Okay? He didn't do it. That doesn't make it okay to charge someone. See, but I think that's where you fall, is because you don't like someone, it's okay for you to dox all of their personal information. That gives you a pass to do it. Now, if you like someone, it's not okay for that to be done to them. But if you don't like something that they do, then that's different. So for you don't like the things that Aiden is doing now to you. So you're okay with it, and you're going to justify it by, well, he does all these things and we can't just let him get away with it because of this freedom of speech. No, that's not how our justice system works. It's terrifying that she claims to go and cover trials when she doesn't have the slightest clue about our justice system.
Really sure. I'm not even really sure. I don't know. I don't. You know, and then not to make this a heavy Jolene show because I don't want to give her any of that, but like,
bitch, you can't keep her name out of your mouth. You can't do it. You cannot keep her name out of your mouth. The funny part is she hasn't even been live in a while. She made a few tweets today and it sent you.
You know, like these people are coming at me, Megan Fox coming at me and saying like all of this stuff that I say or whatever. I mean, have you listened to a Turtle Boy broadcast ever? Have you listened to any of the things that this man has said and done when he has like gone off on people? Have you ever listened? This is why you know they're hypocrites. This is why you can't believe what they say. Because if they are feeling so like, you know, it's all about virtue and like all of this stuff, like, then you can't be pro Turtle Boy, right?
He calls out bad behavior. You're not new here. You know this. You knew this getting into the whole I want to be in Turtle Boy's world. And let's be clear, you sought him out. You knew what he does, that you're not the first person and you won't be the last. Your behavior and what you've been doing just to the creators here in this community alone is something for him to talk about. He hasn't done it yet. I don't know if he's going to do it. But you just said your life isn't perfect. But you sit out in this high horse of this throne and claim that you're better than everyone else. That's gross behavior. That is what he does. He calls out gross behavior.
You can't, because he does worse. You know, you're all dead in a hole, you know?
No. No, we're not. Also, what did you say about his mom? Wasn't it her that said something about Turtle Boy's mom that was really sweet? But, okay, yeah, go ahead and twist it around. Go ahead. It's gross.
It's just crazy. So that's my take on all of those things today. I do want to mention, I want to talk about Lindsay Clancy for a second. So as you all know, before, also there's some comments from Megan Fox where she's saying like, you know, Jess says she's going to, or Jolene, I'm getting these two confused. They both hate me.
Yeah,
you know, like, oh, Jess, like
pretty much everyone on the internet doesn't like you. So you might want to start differentiating them based on something other than that.
Says she's rebranding the show and then she's going to do this and then she changes and then she's going to do this. Oh, and now she's in the car and she's not. And then I can do whatever the fuck I want, bitches. I can do whatever the fuck I want when I want. Okay? If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. Valerie yesterday, big fucking husky out here saying, boycott Jess Machado. Bitch, you can't boycott me if you fucking tried. Can you imagine calling for a boycott of listening to my show when you inject it into your fucking big husky veins every goddamn day? Sit down, you fucking canine. You listen to this show without fail. You know everything about me. You know everything I say. You regurgitate in your spaces every fucking night. You could not quit me if you fucking tried. Stop calling for a boycott. Stop it. You do it. I'll play Megan Fox for a second.
You can't play her. Stop. That's laughable. Also, you can't keep Valerie's name out of your mouth. What are you talking about? Cartwheels send you over the top. The cartwheel emoji is too much for you to take.
Husky, don't listen to my show for a week. See if you can fucking do it. You can't. Fucking canine. You can't stop listening. Boycott me. Boycott your favorite show. Give me a fucking break. You could never.
The delusion.
Valerie out here, big fuck Jess Machado. Why? Because of talking about health? How do you feel today knowing that some fucking girl accused him of fucking rape and was too scared to take the stand and talk about it? You guys all want to back that guy now? But guess what? I think Baker will. Sure, of course you will. You fucking weirdo. When can I say the words I'm always right?
When you turn out to be right about something. The reason why you think you're always right is because no matter what the outcome is, you still say you're right, even when you're wrong.
When can I say that? Hashtag Me Too movement. All you fucking libs. Trump is a rapist? Well, sounds like Hellfish is too. Allegedly. Supposedly.
It's a very slippery slope that you're trudging down, ma'am. Very slippery slope. I mean,
I have to wake up every day.
How do people watch this like for fun? I don't understand it. I really do not understand it. There's like 400 or 500 bunnies out there that watch this for entertainment and for fun. That is terrifying.
And hustle out on these YouTube streets because Jolene needs to fucking pay her bills. Baker needs to have some fucking content. These people need something to do, and where do they get it? Jessica motherfucking Machado, you know it and I know it. And I know you're listening to this right now, Lauren, Common Sense Investigator, and I know that you are going to be listening to this in your small little condo in Florida, alone, after your job as somebody's nanny, and you're going to play my show on your phone.
So guys, I don't know if you know, because I didn't know. Now I live in a condo and I'm a nanny. You learn something new every day.
And you're going to come up with content based on my words. So here's some words for you.
No, we don't come up with content. You talk, we analyze it, and we point out your lies and your contradictions. That's it.
And then you can give your commentary on it. You're a fucking piece of shit. You perpetuated lies. And if I ever do sue anybody about the lies about me stealing from veterans, I'm only going to pick you. I'm not suing Valhalla.
Oh, we
I'm
know.
not suing anybody else.
You're real scared of them.
I'm suing you, Lauren. Okay? That's who I'm going to make a fucking a case for. You. Because I watched your shows and I watched you with glee and delight perpetuate a lie about me, and I will drag you through fucking court for years. And you know what? I won't have a lawyer. You won't have a lawyer.
I won't have a lawyer? Ma'am. Half of my close friends are lawyers, criminal lawyers. I will, in fact, have a lawyer, multiple lawyers. So good luck. Good luck. Also, never said anything, the things that you're claiming I said, never said them. But keep dreaming.
We'll just go up against each other and I will drag you fucking to court for years just to make an example of you because you're a piece of fucking shit.
She is such a sweetie, guys. I don't know. Anyone doesn't like her. She's so sweet. I can't imagine why she doesn't have that many friends. I mean, I think this is just her love language when she's like rude like that to everyone. It's just because she really likes them, you know? And she can't wear a hat like me. So I think that's probably it too. She's so funny too. I always laugh at her. Like, I don't want you guys to see me laughing, but I always laugh at her jokes. And then I do cartwheels. She can't stand that I have her number. She can't stand that I just showed the world that she lied about the smell thing yesterday. She doesn't like it with anybody with any kind of a head on their shoulders, who's a female, who's not hideous, who has their life put together, knows her shit, and calls her out on it. That's who she really despises. And she really despises the fact that I call her out calmly in a very chill manner because that's who I am. I don't get riled up at anything she says. She really doesn't like that.
Now, I am not doing this.
Yeah,
But I
we
have
know.
discussed this with people, and I was like, if I ever do it, fuck it. We're going after Lauren. She fucking did it. And when I confronted her on her show, she still kept it up. She still posted the fucking doctored receipts. She still goes again. You guys think that just because I'm not out here every day saying I didn't steal from veterans means that I co-sign your lies that I stole from veterans?
Okay, go back and watch the show. None of that happens. You live in a fantasy world. And we know that's not happening. We know that. But keep threatening. It's really fun. Everyone's on the edge of their seat.
I'm just waiting and watching like I do with everything else. I am waiting and watching, Lauren. My people are watching your show. They're recording it. They're downloading the transcripts. Everything is there. So aside from the fact that you can't get views unless you talk about me, you're lying. Was it
I'm like,
K at the end of that? Lyingk.
That's what I thought.
Lying.
got it.
Ugh.
I know. I know. I know. I hate it for you that I get under your skin by just using your words. That's what's funny. We just use your words and you make your own self look bad because you contradict yourself and lie in every stream that I seem to do. And you don't like it. And I really get under your skin because I just go over your words. That's it. That's all I got to do. Just listen to your show back. Hi, Mary B.
I'm sorry, but I just can't stop seeing that she's Eric Stoltz from that fucking Cher movie.
Don't know who that is. Don't care. Could give two shits.
I got a text from Kane at 7:41 a.m. I think Jolene is mad. Oh, I don't even know. I get a bunch of text messages that all came through, and these are all from different times. I get a text from Georgia that's not even. What is this?
Thrilling content.
I don't even know what this is. I just got a bunch of. I'm not really sure.
She's so angry.
And then Valerie taking some lady. Listen, I have two phones. I didn't see that latest. If there are people who have not gotten their merch, I honestly, the original merch that I had, those t-shirts and sweatshirts were all amazing and dependable. Ever since I started,
basically, blah, blah, blah. You need to put Val on your payroll because she's letting you know that your people are not getting their merch. You should really just say thank you. Anyways, all right, let's take a break. Let's do some super chats here. Susie, thank you so much for the 350 jewels for the finger hearts. Julie Weaver said 10 jewels for the hiding one. Thank you so much. Holly Mack sent 10 jewels for the hiding one, which is very cute. Naira, who has been a member for 1 month, says Lauren is cooking. Hold it. Okay. Lauren is cooking tonight. Yes. All right. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Happy anniversary to us. The YouTuber sent a super chat and says, Jeff is an award. Jess is a band C, and I mean it. I feel like, wait, I don't know if I get that joke. Is it a Southern thing? I don't know. Okay. The YouTuber said, his tears rin my cup, and I'll be sipping with glee. Yes. Yes, so many tears. Los Angeles Thrifter became a new member. Thank you so much, and welcome to the tribe. We are happy to have you. Kimmy Crickets sent 200 jewels for the flow state. Thank you so much. The YouTuber also sends another super chat and says, my team pops in my yard and watches as I clean it up. Also, I have to pay her housing, food, and medical. Still a better team than hers. Yeah, the bar is not high, but yes, I'm sure your team is a quality team. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay. Kimmy Crickets sends a super chat and says, can we see your right arm sleeve? Looks pretty. Yeah, you won't be able to see the whole thing, but it's not finished, but flowers and like geo stuff. And then there's other stuff up here, but you can't really see it. Thank you though. But yes, tattoos are fun and they're addictive. They will get you. If you get one, you'll get the itch. Thank you. Amy from Boston. What's up, girl? Everybody go sub to Amy from Boston. She sends a super chat and says, you should backtrack the statement, I faked cancer, Miss Musty. Very clearly defamation. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you for your super chat. Side Eye sends a super chat and says, how dare you reveal she can in fact smell? I know. How dare I? Ugh. Queen Val sends a super chat and says she hates us because deep down she knows we are right 150%. And she wants to talk about she's not suing Valhalla. Yeah, she's not suing Valhalla because then guess what? You know what? Come on. Civil cases, really? You want to go there? Everything gets brought out in court. Everything. Yeah, she doesn't like it when people have her number. She can't stand it. Not at all. The YouTuber sends a super chat and says, wait, they watch but 0 thumbs down? Okay. Yeah. We'll take all the thumbs down. It's still engagement, right? Queen Val sends another super chat and says, just stole from vets. That is Queen Valerie's opinion. And she puts some cartwheels, which I know very much upsets her. Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi sends 10 jewels for a gold coin. Denise Parsons sends 2 jewels for a silver star. Thank you. Steph sends a super chat and says, thank you for your commentary or your commentary to us, Lauren. Bless you, sweet soul. Seriously. You are very welcome, Steph. Thank you for being here. Patty Jane sends 2 jewels for a silver star. Thank you so very much. All right, guys. Let me get current to this. Yeah, anybody that's here, we always drop the channels to new channel. We always drop the links to new channels. We like to support new channels and get them some subscribers. It's free to subscribe. So if you guys would be so kind, my mods are the best, the very best. I make them actually do things, and they're so kind for wanting to be here and actually do them. But they're constantly dropping people's links to their channels, and it's all about helping people and supporting other creators and stuff here. We're all here for a reason, and we'd like to support people here. So please be so kind and subscribe to the links that they're posting. Yes. Thank you, Cybertrick. Lauren is a huge supporter for smaller channels. Yeah, especially, it's I know how I was treated by this community, and so many people offered help and kind words and to educate me on how this works and all of that. And so for that reason, I'm very, very thankful and want to return that favor. But then also because I stood up for my friend and said, hey, no, the things that she's saying is not accurate. Like, cut it out. Like, that's not who he is. Then I got shit on for being a small channel because I had just started my channel in January. And so then, that just, all that does is make me want to help other small channels. Every channel starts out small, unless you're come from TikTok, who you've already have a really big following. And or you're just like famous already on like TV and stuff, and then you start your channel. Other than that, you're gonna start small. Or if you're Jess Machado and Aiden promotes your channel and has all of his followers go over there and subscribe to you. Then you might not start super, super small. But again, I like small channels. That's how most of the channels work here on YouTube. So, anyways, okay. Arkansas Bestie, I am not even, this is why I give you a wrench and then you just be blowing. I am not even putting that on the screen. Okay. You know how that affects people. People can't handle it. Okay. People can't handle it. So, all right. Let me find where I left off. I don't even know. Let's see. Did we play this one? I don't know.
I hate to say God doesn't sleep.
Okay.
And defending me from everything.
Bear with me. Gotta find where we left off.
Who are going to be listening to this in your. But guess what? I think Baker will, sure. Motherfucking Machado. You know it, and but fuck it. We're going after Lauren.
Okay, we got that one.
They are still waiting
Right.
for Sweetles to get the call.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just closed it out. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. All right, give me a second. Sorry.
What we're going to discuss right now. Actually,
Okay.
fucking piece of. Hold on, I gotta add something else here too. Hold on. Do all of this stuff or whatever. And they are still waiting for Sweetles
All right.
to get the call that his car is able to get picked up. I don't understand why it is taking this many days. The car dealership said they drop off all of the paperwork for cars to get registered, and then the RMV calls them and tells them to come pick them up. I told this man I would rage if we did not get this car by Friday. Sweet will start school next week. And so it better fucking be ready today. So we're really just going to be on standby for today for Sweetles, and make sure that he gets his car today. So there's that. Going back to the Lindsay Clancy thing. So, you know, prior to starting the show, I told you guys that Kevin Reddington was going to come on the show and he was going to like kind of like be a caller on Mondays or whatever.
Well, you told us more than that. You told us that he wanted to be the Regis to your Kelly. Mm-hmm. And that he was going to come on like all the time. And then he never came. This was way before the Clancy trial, to be clear as well. It wasn't like the week up to it or anything.
That really was kind of put in place, and me not realizing how close we were to the start of the Lindsay Clancy trial. Kevin Reddington and I spoke almost every day during jury selection and the days that I did go to the trial, which were not many. And I believe that Kevin is very busy right now and he doesn't have time to talk to me.
Yeah.
But when this is all done, I will call him and we will discuss things.
That's interesting. Does Mr. Reddington know that you said you couldn't continue your trial coverage because you couldn't be 4 feet from a murderer? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't like that. He's probably not gonna like the other stuff you're gonna say here either. Just to let you know.
The things that I was told from Attorney Reddington was that he was going to try and work on some form of an interview after the trial with me, because he likes my work and I'm not mainstream media. So
raise your hand. if you believe that. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't believe that. I don't know if it's true or not, but she seems to say that about everybody. I mean, I think he does know who she is. I believe that 100%. But oh, look at all those ones. That's not great news for you, Jess. Well, not a lot of people believe that. I don't know. Maybe had you not got, you went a little crazy. Like you went a little crazy saying like Good Morning America knew who you were and stuff. Like that was, I think you take it a little too far, and then people don't believe things that like could be true because you take it a little too far with the things that are like whoo out there. So there's a lot of ones. I see a lot of ones, which is not great news for the public opinion jury if we were having one. Well, I don't know. Maybe there'll be like a 2 rolling in underneath something. I don't know. But let's see what other things you're saying about his client and the atmosphere at the courthouse, and that might change. Maybe people will not put ones in a minute when I ask. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I have a good connection. I have Kevin in my phone. I could call him and text him right now if I wanted to.
Again. Do you know the people's names that I have in my phone? No, you don't. You know why? Because I will never be telling you who I have in my phone. The fact that she thinks she needs to tell her audience that she has Kevin Reddington's number in her phone makes you look pathetic. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And so, again, like kind of like the knowledge of those things makes everything a little bit easier here. I shared with everybody that I really began to have a problem attending this trial. And I don't think I've gone in depth with it because I think it's really taboo and I think it's very polarizing. And I don't really want to go all in on something that could really kind of like isolate some of my followers. I kind of feel like talking about it in a little bit of a generic way is best. And then we can all just kind of like, exist and discuss other things. However, yesterday, there was a standout for Lindsay Clancy that took place out front of the courthouse. Now, I knew that this was going to happen. We saw, flyers, digital flyers circulating, and not TT, but someone else that I know in a different court had told me that people at the courthouse were kind of being prepped that this was going to happen and protocols in place. Make sure you have your IDs ready, like everybody just getting ready because there's going to be a lot more people out there, than usual. So we knew this was going to happen. And hearing that, now I'm not on TikTok, right? So I know that there is a lot of shit going on TikTok because my kids were talking to me about these Patrick Clancy, theories that were floating all around TikTok, right? And anytime I see anybody who was asking me about the case, they always wanted to know what I thought about these Patrick Clancy being involved theories. And I always shut them down with, if you heard the 911 call, there's absolutely no way you would ever co-sign the notion that Patrick Clancy killed his children. Just because of...
Dear Grandma, we've moved to the countryside.
Sorry, somebody said that.
Yeah, this might just be a little bit delayed. Just remember.
Oh, then Jimmy sang. Jimmy still came on for a second.
Into this, but also this does feel taboo, and I think it's very polarizing. And I don't really want to go all in on something that could really kind of like isolate some of my followers. I kind of feel like talking about it in a little bit of a generic way is best, and then we can all just kind of like exist.
That, Deanne. She's been hinting that she has an opinion, but she's not going to share for weeks now.
And discuss other things. However, yesterday, there was a standout for Lindsay Clancy that took place out front of the courthouse. Now, I knew that this was going to happen. We saw, flyers, digital flyers circulating, and not TT, but someone else that I know in a different court.
Why would you even say that? Like, no one is thinking that that's who you were talking about until you pointed out that it wasn't her. God, she's not smart. She is really not freaking smart.
Had told me that people at the courthouse were kind of being prepped that this was going to happen and protocols in place. Make sure you have your IDs ready, you know, like everybody just getting ready because there's going to be a lot more people out there, you know, than usual. So we knew this was going to happen. And hearing that, now I'm not on TikTok, right? So I know that there is a lot of shit going on TikTok because my kids were talking to me about the
100%, Andy. And you know why you know that? Because you educate yourself and you know things. This one doesn't have time to educate herself. No one was standing out like supporting her in a way of like, oh, way to go, you child red rummer. No, that's not what that was. They're trying to act like them by the Commonwealth are trying to act like this postpartum psychosis is not a thing and that she did this because she was all in her sound mind and planned it out. And that is disgusting because it is very clear to me, again, my opinion, that she was in a very altered state of psychosis. And that is why this happened. She was a phenomenal mother before this, did everything for those kids. She was begging for help. She was on a cocktail of medications that no one was properly looking over for her. And it was a failure of our health care system, our mental health system, and then the Commonwealth wanting to win a case. And again, they could have easily, she admits to doing it. They could have easily offered her a plea deal for manslaughter and whatever. But no, they're going to do this. She's not walking out of that courtroom. No one thinks that. It wasn't about like she should go free. And no, it was because people realize, women especially, realize that our healthcare system for women's health and postpartum and things like that are not anywhere near close to a lot of the other places in other countries in this world. That's what it was about. People support her in knowing that she was in a psychosis state. But this ding dong like is not it, she can't again, she cannot rationale this. So she's got to use it to dish someone else, which you'll see when she throws shit at this Karen woman. Again, she's got to use it. Why? Because she wasn't there. If she was there, she might have a different take on it, but she wasn't there. There's part of her that is like, you know, she knows she's not getting coverage. She knows no one gives two shits about what she's doing. She knew this was a big case. That's why she started covering it.
Patrick Clancy, you know, theories that were floating all around TikTok, right? And anytime I see anybody who was asking me about the case, they always wanted to know what I thought about these Patrick Clancy being involved theories. And I always shut them down with, if you heard the 911 call, there's absolutely no way you would ever co-sign the notion that Patrick Clancy killed his children. Just because of the sound he made when he found them. But, you know, TikTok has like this whole situation happening where there are a lot of people that are pro Lindsay Clancy. And to be honest with you, it's actually starting later than I thought it would. I thought these things would have all been in place prior to the start of the trial, but it's a slow start, right? You know, for them to be coming at the end of the trial, we're 5 weeks in, right? Now is the first standout. Now is the first time. And I think maybe because of Karen Reed, we all thought like, where are the pink shirts? Sure enough, they are pink. But part of me in the beginning thought nobody is going to show up here because there are facts that are not to be disputed. Lindsay Clancy admits to murdering and strangling her 3 young children. So I thought that because of the you know, facts of this case, that people would be reasonable and not show up and do anything like what they did yesterday. And I've got to be honest with you, when I heard that this thing was going to happen,
somebody needs to take a running tally of how many times she says, I've got to be honest with you. And then you can assume that she's not being honest with us.
My sincere hope was that it was just a silent standout, that there was no frenzy, there was no selfie taking, there was none of that stuff. And unfortunately,
I'm sorry. I am just asking for everyone. What is your thumbnail today? Was a picture of you and Aiden at court. Huh. But you don't like selfies taken at court? Or only when you approve of the selfie taken at court? So anyone asking Kevin Reddington for a selfie, that's gross to you. Why? Because you didn't get one? Okay.
that did not happen. Okay. Karen Goldberg should be absolutely disgusted and embarrassed at herself and her behaviors. You know, I'm not watching Karen stuff. I'm watching other people's stuff where I see Karen.
Sure. No one believes you. Also, you're jealous of Karen because Karen actually had an interview with Reddington and you didn't.
You know, up against Kevin Reddington, following around, smiling and doing video. You should be embarrassed at what you're doing. Okay. Like if somebody hasn't told you, Karen, you look absolutely ridiculous.
You don't, Karen. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. She's just jealous she didn't get the interview.
Disgusting. Okay. And I do have an issue with you. And I understand that some of the people that are bunnies like Karen and are friendly with Karen, and I know Funeral Lady and her have a good relationship. And I mean no disrespect to my friend Amy, but Karen Goldberg should be disgusted at what I'm seeing on cameras. This fangirling over Kevin Reddington. Like, I get it. You're shallow, but it's a fucking murder trial of 3 children, and watching you follow.
It is. That's why she asked him about questions like, his favorite meals, where he likes to go, because she wasn't going to talk about the trial because she's not an idiot and knows that he can't talk about those things. Also, it's a heavy trial, so she was doing something light, something fun for Mr. Reddington. But your jealousy is oozing out of you.
Around you, like, you know, I wouldn't miss it. What are you doing? It's gross. It's just gross. But here we are with this standout, and there's cheering. And, you know, I do believe that if people wanted to come out and support Lindsay, that there was a respectful way to do that, that didn't come across as being sensationalized or insensitive. And from what I saw, it didn't. You know, cheering for Lindsay Clancy as she drove past is not appropriate. And I don't know why people aren't telling these women that it's not appropriate.
That is puzzling, isn't it? Huh. That's puzzling. I am just going to assume you might know the answer to that. And maybe we'll find out sometime in the future. I don't know. That's a very thoughtful, thought-provoking question. I like it.
And this lends to the vibe that I had, that I kind of alluded to, where I said that there was some sensationalism, the mainstream media, the way they were acting. I felt gross. These are children. And I've been at murder trials. And yes, John O'Keefe died, but it felt different that there are babies that aren't here anymore. And because their mother murdered them.
John O'Keefe wasn't murdered by Karen, okay? So, again, it felt different. Yeah, because the real murderers weren't there being tried for it. That's why. I don't understand that. She's so dumb.
And I actually understand everything about the postpartum psychosis. I actually do believe that she was not cared for. Those things.
You're a fence sitter. You can't say one or the other. You are trying, again, if she came out and said what she really thought, which I think we can all read the tea leaves on this one, and the fact that she hasn't said anything, this is the most she's gone into the details of what she thinks of any of this for the entirety of this trial. If she came out and said what she really thought, she would know that Reddington would most definitely not want to talk to her after that. So, in my humble opinion, that is why she's even saying this.
all be the same. They can all take place. Like, this is a gross display of sensationalism. This is a gross display of disrespect for the lives of these children. And also, the system failed Lindsay, and there must be more education and more medical assistance for women postpartum, right? All of those things can be the same. And I didn't want to be covering this. I didn't want to be there covering this case because of how I felt about it. It didn't feel right to me. I didn't like it. I just didn't.
We know you didn't like it because it was actual work. You had to get out of your bed on a certain time, and you had to be at the courthouse at a certain time. And then you had to sit with people, and you don't really like anyone. So we know you didn't like it. We know it didn't feel good because you had to do some work.
Didn't like it, dude. I didn't like it. I would not have been able to be there yesterday around all of that and been okay. Now,
People doing what? Their constitutional right by wearing pink and standing there and protest in a peaceful manner. You couldn't be around that. Yeah, we know. For someone who claims to be American, you're the most un-American person, and you don't like any of the freedoms we have here unless they apply to you. We got it.
Understand there's a whole other side to TikTok where people are crushing really hard on Kevin Reddington. And I think that I get that. I think what's happening here is Kevin Reddington is coming off not as a criminal defense attorney or the attorney defending a murderer. He's coming off as like a protector.
Well, my. Also another thought-provoking question. I don't know. I don't know. These are questions that come up when you poke the turtle is what I'm hearing. I don't know. We'll probably find out, my guess.
A male figure protecting a woman. And that is romanticized by women on the internet in a lot of different ways, including like some of these videos that I've seen. And I think Kevin Reddington is doing the best he can to be
Ma'am, he's doing a whole lot better than the best he can. People see his advocacy, which is what you want in an attorney. You want your attorney to believe in something that you're doing, and it will spill out and the world will see it. And that is what you have here. You're trying to dissect something. You're saying women are crushing on Reddington. Man, he's in his 70s. They're not crushing on him. They respect him. They respect him standing up to healthcare providers who gave no cares about the woman who they were allegedly treating. Okay? So he doesn't need your suggestions or your help.
Appropriate with all of the fandom, that is circulating and people, wanting to take selfies with him out front. And I think he's doing an okay job. I'd like to believe that he kind of finds it all a little unnerving and inappropriate. And
well, you're wrong. And I'll tell you why, because you must have missed that when you were looking up, random people on the internet's history of everything and where they live, all their tax documents to docs. You probably were too busy doing that. But what you missed, we'll fill you in. It's okay. What you missed was Reddington thanking all the women for standing there and wearing pink in support of mental health and showing their support that they believe that she was failed by a system and doctors who were supposed to be caring and taking control over her prescriptions that didn't do that. Reddington was very touched. He said thank you a million times. He actually said, I can't wait to go in here and share this with her. She has been so down, and this is going to lift her spirits. So I hate to break it to you. Again, you're wrong. You're wrong.
From what I see, sometimes it looks that's how he feels. But like, can we just keep things locked in here? This is his job. He's a defense attorney. He's defending his client, as why are you women kind of like reframing that as some sort of like father-daughter fucking relationship or some sort of like loving protector and stuff like that? Like
Stop trying to spin the narrative. All you do is twist things. I just explained it to you. When people are on trial for anything, they want their attorney to be an advocate. And when that attorney actually believes in the cause, it comes off. People sense that. They get that genuineness and they appreciate that. And that's what you have here. It has nothing to do with father-daughter relationship. Stop trying to make it something it's not. He's an advocate. He truly believes in this cause, and he's a fantastic attorney. And people respect that, much like they respect Mr. Yannetti and Mr. Jackson and Mr. Alessi, all of those people. It wasn't gross when people were asking to take pictures with them, but suddenly, because you know this man and you're jealous that other people are getting access to him, now you don't like it. Okay.
A criminal attorney. You know? It's just weird. The internet is so strange. So strange. And you know, I don't know. I've never been more at peace with my decision to not continue to cover that trial than I am this morning, to be honest.
Tell us that you're not actually at peace. Yeah, that's why you're talking about. That's why you're shitting on everyone else that's there, is because there's a part of you that wishes that you were there. You're just too lazy to be there.
Honest with you. I always go with my gut, and my gut was I didn't want to be there anymore.
That same gut that told you that J7 was great and had awesome character and was a real one. Ooh, that gut. Okay.
But it's like very much reaffirmed today, if I'm being honest with you all, which I am. I'm being honest with you.
Says no one ever. Jess, do you remember yesterday when I showed that it was false that you said that you don't have your sense of smell? We know that you're not honest. You might be a lot of things, but honest is not on that short list of things. You came out and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry for lying." Lauren was right. I did lie about smelling the gas. But it was because of my mom, and my mom turned it on, and I didn't want to out my mom. And then we proceeded to show you at least 4 or 5 instances in the last couple months of where you said, that something smells good. Oh, it smells so good because I'm a smell girly. Stop talking about how honest you are. You are not honest.
I'm very glad I'm not there because I don't know how I would be able to report on that. I'd want to go over to somebody who's running up and taking selfies. And just, I want to ask them the question. Like, do you find this to even be just remotely insensitive?
And that's why you're not a good journalist, because that's what you would be concerned about at the trial, is asking someone why they're taking a picture. Meanwhile, there's a million other things that you could be doing that would actually be reporting on the trial.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do it. So that's that. That's that. I also am feeling, God, I felt like last week I was going to get off of X, and I should have gone off X, and I didn't get off X.
You know, there's not like a certain day you have to get off of it, right? Like, oh, last week I was feeling like I should have got off of it, but I missed the train. So now I'm stuck here till the next train comes. No, you can get off anytime you want.
And now I'm feeling like I really just want a little bit of peace, and I want to get off X again. And I just get sucked into this shit. And I really, oh my God, they knocked down this motherfucking house. What?
Oh, okay. All right.
Do all of this stuff or whatever. And I believe there eventually will be a time where I will need to crowdfund for legal fees. We're not there yet. So I'm okay. And you know, it's just going to rage these people. I mean, if you guys just want to like Venmo me money, there's nothing that pisses.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? You're telling people just to Venmo you money because it'll piss us off? Man, we don't care. No one cares. But also what you might not want to do is say that Turtle Boy begs for money. He's actually fighting charges. You're not fighting anything but desperation. And you're telling people to Venmo you? Stop.
Does these people off more than me, like, you know, being supported by people. But it's not a fundraiser. Peachy is doing a stream tonight. I think there's a bunch of people that are going to be joining. I know I'm going to be joining. I just don't know exactly when. Do you have a schedule for me, Peachy? I have no idea. So it's going to be fun. Maybe I'll do a skit. Maybe we do beaver moon ceremonies. Who knows?
That sounds so fun, guys. What are you guys doing here? There's a fun fundraiser over it somewhere for this one to raise money for her Asiago bagels and million calorie drinks that she gets every morning. We don't know what it's for. She doesn't even know what it's for, but I'm surprised you guys are not all over there.
Who knows? That's tonight. So I'm actually very excited about that. If you weren't on the spaces last night, I locked in Menners for next Wednesday at 9 a.m. It'll be the first time Menners and I have co-hosted together. I've asked him to come on the show next Wednesday for an hour. Do I have something planned for him? You bet your bottom dollar I do. Yes, of course I do. We continue to just add to the depth of what next week is going to be, which is 1 week of not being able to talk about YouTubers. I see you in the comment section saying, don't do what Megan asks you to do. It's not right, blah, blah, blah.
Megan doesn't care. Megan offered you a good deal to show who you were. And you said yes. And then you said, oh, actually, no, I need time to plan to not shit on anyone. And then that was that. She's like, that's stupid. No. Okay, no deal. And you still think there's a deal because you want to use Megan's name and try to act like your son. No one cares. That was the deal. You weren't smart enough to figure out how to do it without planning. And here we are.
I'm not saying blah, 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 like to you, but like, I get what you're saying, right? Why are we listening to Megan Fox tell us what to do? I love a good challenge. I love that she basically says I can't do it. So now I need to prove that I can. But yes, the other side of me is just like, what? And give these motherfuckers a free week of me not saying anything? You already got a free week. I wasn't there. I was on Cations. Speaking of Cations, I'm going on another one.
But guys, send her all the Venmos because she needs money. But she's going on another Cations. Good thing they're doing the fundraiser for her tonight so she can afford the another Cations after she just got done with one. Okay.
We're going to go to New Hampshire. Me and Tina.
Learn how to talk like an effing adult, ma'am. You're 50 years old. Now you call New Hampshire New Hamp? Do you feed Jeff his food too? Do you do the airplane? Here you go, Justice. He's gonna give you the airplane open wide. Do you do that? This is so embarrassing. God, be an adult.
Again.
At least pretend to be one on the internet.
Just going to get all the Cations in this year. God, we don't know what happened. These people are trying to shut me down. Spend the money now.
No one cares enough about you to try to shut you down. This is a narrative you're spinning to be a victim again. No one cares about you enough to try to shut you down. Just go do your thing and keep everyone's names out of your mouth.
No, you can't take it with you. Just a weekend. Just a weekend. I love Lincoln, New Hampshire. We won't just text message. Just go back. Yesterday, I went to go see my friend Jeff Leary at Prestige Auto Mart in Westport, where I have purchased my vehicles before. And I said, I would like, can you guys take a look at this car? Because it's got a little knocking thing going on. And they said, it won't be able to be done until tomorrow. Do you want to leave it? And I said, do you have a lender for me? And he said, no, he has one.
Well, hopefully they're real, because if they're not, Machado does not associate with people who have fake boobies. We heard that. She does not align herself with that. So, hopefully they're real.
It's already out. So I said, well, then I can't do it today. And he's like, okay. And I said, but while I am here, can you tell me if this vehicle is still here on the lot? And my favorite salesman, Omar, who sold me both my other cars and also my mother, her car, and maybe TT, her car there. I have no idea. Omar comes over and he says, let me go see. And for some reason, the car is parked off to the side and it's got a sold ticket, sold ticket on it. And Omar goes, oh, it's sold. Oh, I think it's sold. And I said, shit, that's the car I kind of want. And he goes, hold on a minute. And then he comes back and he takes the sold ticket out, rips it up, and he hands me the keys. He goes, okay, get it. And I was like, sir, does this car belong to somebody else? Did you guys sell this car yet? I don't even know if I haven't even gone over the details with Meowser yet. I don't think I can get this car. Meowser's not going to be okay with it. And he says, yeah. Just get in it. Just get in it. And so I took it for a drive. And I really love it. And I also feel sick to my stomach that I shouldn't be buying a nice car. We should just either fix this one or just get another like-minded car.
It's usually what people do. If their car's like, something's going on with it, they usually fix it. But I don't know.
It's like this one. Let's just get a very simple Jeep. Right? Anyway, so I took it for a drive and I really kind of like it and it felt extremely luxurious. And Omar he wanted to give me that car yesterday. Just do the paperwork right now. I said, no, I have to go home and talk to my Jeff. So after Jeffrey and I had that like heart-to-heart moment where we discussed like him not going online, I offered him a consolation prize. I said, if you really want to piss off Aiden Carney, please let me buy you a turquoise polo and in 2 sizes too small. And I would like you to put it on.
She really hated TB got the compliments on the polo. She really didn't like that.
And the chat said, put 2 small little balloons where the nipples are and put that on and then go on and play your guitar. And that would really, really fucking tick him off. That's how you win. And he started laughing. And when he was laughing, I knew that that was the perfect opportunity for me to mention that I went and test drove this BMW SUV. And so I was like, so we didn't pick up Jack's car today. It's not ready. And he's like, that's crazy. And he's like, so Jack's car in the driveway, do we need, this is how out of touch with all of things. Jack's car is in the driveway. He cleaned out the car, right? So he goes, so Jack's car is in the driveway. Do we have to go register and insure that for me?
Hilarious.
I was like, Jeffrey, that car has been registered to us and we've been paying the insurance the whole time. He's like, oh, that wasn't in Jack's name. I was like, no, it's in your name, actually. That car is in your name. So nothing.
Oh my gosh, this is a riot. I can't contain my laughter.
Happened to it. It's yours still. And he's like, oh, so I can take it. I can drive it. I was like, yes. It's our car. It's always been our car. It's insured and registered to you. He's like, oh, great. I was like, yeah. I was like, so I went to Prestige yesterday, and he's like, did you get the Jeep looked at? And I was like,
Forever Rudy Dog says Lauren doesn't have to ask anyone, can she buy a car? Also, you are correct. You are correct. Because why? Because I don't know. I don't even husband. I don't have to ask anyone. Just myself.
They couldn't take it. And he's like, so when are you going to chop it off? And I was like, I'm not sure. I was like, but when I was there, I did ask about the car that I wanted. And like the way that I tiptoed around this was just fucking crazy. And, we're really just trying to figure out, is he approachable about it or not? And he's like, okay. And I said, it's really nice. And he's like, okay. And I was like, it's like a 2019. It's got 90,000 miles on it. He's like, okay. And I was like, I took a picture and a video of the inside if you want to see it. And like reluctantly, he like looks down on it and he rolls his eyes and he's like, Jessica, no. And I was like, okay, all right. It's okay. It's fine. I haven't brought it up again, but the answer currently right now is no. I can't get it.
Yes, no, it
it's
is.
Fine. basically now what I have to do is I have to just fix this car and keep this one, and that's it. And we're going to be okay with that. And stop getting upset over it. It's just how it's going to be. I can't get the car. I have to get this car. I have to keep this car. We have to fix this car, and that's it. This is the sensible choice. It's the sensible choice. I know. Believe me, I am upset. I am sad. It felt like it was the right time, and money wise, Omar was telling me he could get it into me for like less than $100 more a month than what I'm currently paying right now, based on all.
Okay, so it was a mixed gender sports team then? She wasn't clear about any of it. Okay, so there's 3 boys that dominated in it, the field hockey. All right, their mom was a coach. All right, so the actual journalist actually giving us facts here. This is good.
Of the numbers and all of those things. And I was like, Omar, don't tell me that. Which is like what? $25? I mean, just it's possible, but Meowser has said no. He said it can't happen. And I have no choice. I have to accept that that is what my husband wants.
Dead air. Okay.
If I do it, let me show you.
Okay, she's showing the inside of a BMW. Everyone's impressed.
Have you ever seen anything more luxurious in your life than that?
Yes.
Have you ever? 24 on 24s would feel so fucking mint if I was in that car. We can't do it. He won't let me do it. He won't let me do it. It's just something about the way that interior looks. And I'm not a consumer. I'm not.
Yeah, for real. Brennan's
It's just something about that car. And when I drove it, I just love it. I love it. I love it. Do all of this stuff or whatever. And hold on, I got to add something else here too. Hold on. I hate working off of my phone. I should just get out of the driveway and get in the house.
But that would require effort and steps. 2 things you don't like. Or you could just make your coffee at home and go upstairs and do your show like everyone else in their studio. But go ahead and bitch about how you don't like doing it off of your phone, but you won't do anything about it. Okay.
We can handle it this way. But we're in the car. Hold on.
It's like, like you said, what's the end state? What's the goal here? Like, for anything that's going on, like, I'm not asking for people to donate money to me or the organization right now.
So that is actually Hellfish. That is the person that doctored or allegedly doctored these screen recordings of my receipts. This is the guy that put out publicly and then shared with Valerie and Valhalla and Lauren that my receipts showing.
Yeah, no, that's not accurate. Again, this is the narrative that you have created in your mind. Again, everything you think is not accurate. Everything you think is not the reality of the situation. But to her, it is. So here she is shitting on Hellfish Haven again.
I made donations to the Veterans Agency were not real. And then ultimately they were. So that's him, right? And they had him on last night on Rad House. And I got to give him a little bit of credit. You know, I don't think he actually disputed anything that J7 and I discussed last night. I think it's very obvious in that clip where he's like, you know, what's the end game here? You know, I'm not asking people for money, right? So it's very obvious to me by those statements he made last night. He understands, like he probably knew, like he hasn't filed his taxes. He doesn't have tax exempt status. He's clearly making a
There are such things as extensions on your taxes. I don't know if you're aware of that, Jess, but they do exist.
statement like, I'm not asking people for money. Although last night on Jessica's show in real time, you can see that he is still taking donations. So what's the end game? The end game is to be above board. So just file your shit and then just don't have any disruption. Leave all your shit up. Nobody's going to give you a hard time about it. They shouldn't, right?
Okay, so we won't pull up more dirt on you if you do what we say. Well, that sounds sounds like an awful lot like a threat, huh?
Like nobody should give you a hard time. Number one, because it's your own thing. Number two, I think.
But here I am airing out anything that has your name on it on the internet, yet again doxing someone, their tax information, where they live, all of that. But no one else should give you a hard time about it if you do what I tell you to do.
Your intentions are good. You know, the same way my intentions were good. My intentions were, I'm going to sell some sweatshirts. I don't want to profit off of it. It feels greasy. And I'm going to give all of whatever I have left over to the veterans. Intent matters, right? So I think his intent is, I want to have an organization that helps veterans. You maybe aren't good at the backroom stuff. Maybe you're not good at the business side of it. But I actually believe your intention is to do the right thing. And so I'm not calling on like mass crazy bullshit against him. I just think like it's been brought to the public. I think he sees that there's eyes on him. And I think like he's going to make it right. That's my opinion. Now, I don't know this guy at all, but like, I think he's going to make it right. Okay.
She's done numerous shows about this too. And there was even one where like the son came into her other child's workplace and was there. It was like a whole thing. I don't remember everything about it, but she's done numerous amounts of shows. But in every single show, they're the victim of this whole thing. And that is how she spins everything. So again, she doesn't want anyone disrupting that narrative that they're the victim.
However, sir, I just want to let you know that the irony is not lost on me, that you went all in and made it sound as if I had done something wrong. There was bad intent. I was lying. And in actuality, I could do the same to you, but I'm not. So while all of those things that were.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're hero. So she has a lot of modes: victim, crybully, hero. There's more, I'm sure.
Pulled up last night by J7 on the screen, all stand on their own. I actually have faith that you are going to fix those things, put it all right, and you're going to continue to serve veterans and help veterans, because I believe after you served our country, that this is what you feel is rewarding for you today. Okay? So I just want to
imagine taking any kind of financial business advice from her. No one's doing that.
look into that. Now, separately, I think the documents that we read today show that there is a woman out here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts who accused you of rape. And I personally don't believe anybody else should platform this man on their shows ever again, because there is a victim who has been deemed credible by a police agency. And
well, then why wasn't he prosecuted and proved guilty for that then? Again, you love this country, but you don't like the rules that go along with the country if it doesn't help your narrative. Also, newsflash, no one cares who you think anyone should platform. Nobody does.
investigator and a district attorney's office that has deemed her credible, where she has stated that she was raped by this man. And if you continue to platform him, then you deserve all the negative attention you get for platforming someone who has been charged with felony rape. Okay?
I'm sorry. This person is going to courts and covering court cases. However, doesn't understand the difference between being charged with something, charges being dropped. She doesn't understand any of these things. None of them. It's very troubling. Very troubling.
What's the end game? Just go back into the fucking bowels of hell where you exist and stop accusing me of all of this bullshit. Now, I don't know if Valhalla knows this shit about him. Maybe he does. I have no idea. But I can't see how anybody could stand by somebody who is charged with felony rape, who the victim was deemed credible, when he was not deemed credible. And the only reason this never moved forward is because like 50% of the rape cases, a woman chose not to testify and not to bring this all forward to a courtroom.
Meanwhile, you platformed this before doing your fact checks. You couldn't even say if this person that had the same name as who you thought he had possibly the same name was 100% accurate. That's the type of irresponsible decisions you make.
That's it. Bye, Ben Rosa. Have a great day. So that's pretty much where I'm at with all this. That's all I wanted to say. I wish the guy well. I wish no harm on him. But
after you just shit all over him, doxed him, all of that. Sure.
If you're out here dragging me, if you're fucking changing fucking receipts, if you're out here doctoring fucking pieces of screenshots and changing dates on it, so fucking moron losers like fucking Lauren investigator can go all in and say Jess Machado steals and here's why.
Show me where I said that. I'll wait. I'll be waiting forever because I never said that. I said your donations look different than the people who were sending their donations in that they made to the actual site. Your receipts look different. They do. But you like to twist things and turn that into I said you did something that I never said you did.
Like you actually need to fucking get a life.
Yeah, we need to get a life. Okay.
We haven't even talked about the Baker situation, and I don't know if I want to give it any. Maybe we have to because we're not going to talk about these people next week. And we touched on it last night, but like, how are we all out here in these YouTube?
Yeah, I know, Valhalla. Like, this is some new thing. She thinks it. She even said, I don't have proof. She thinks that he gave it to us and we put it out there and said that it was accurate. No one said anything was accurate. We brought it up because it was posted on social media and we're discussing it. The woman is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Streets, listening to a man basically say in one Four Loko stream, I hope, Jessica, you are never in a position where you have somebody threatening with a knife to harm their baby or whatever. But then, like, later on, when you think nobody's paying attention or nobody's going to put these two things together.
Dude, F directly off. We don't have time for
Truth.
you. Like, you're gross.
Thousands of times when you're attacked.
I'm not going to, like, platform
harm
your
those
hate.
girls? Were those girls in harm's way?
Shut up.
It's what happened to children when she threatened violence against them.
God, she is
Fucking
so
piece
gross.
of shit. You manipulating, gaslighting, fucking asshole.
Yikes. Well, I think
You got everybody on your side. You got everybody on your side in that stream. That is where it all changed. That's where you went hard. You pulled at heartstrings. You're the fucking victim. Everybody against just
She's talking about Baker, in case you guys didn't know. And yeah.
Machado. Everybody against Jay Walsh. You're a victim. You're a good man. You're a soft man. You've been victimized by women in the past. You were fucking knives and threats. Everything. Believed you. All in. All these fucking random people all in. What? What's the real truth? You fucking abandoned your daughters to a violent fucking criminal for 11 years? What were you doing during those 11 years? Where were you? What were you doing? Like, it's bullshit, Aiden. It's bullshit that this is the person that you decided to get behind. Why? Because he said, I also was victimized, just like you were
No. He was victimized. Everyone with eyes and ears saw it happening. It was the same shit. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter if you like the person or you don't like the person. See, that's where you have you can't differentiate any boundaries because you don't have any boundaries. It's not about who you like. It's about right and wrong.
From Meredith. Stop it with that stupid fucking narrative. You were just as guilty for the shit with you, what you did to Meredith, as she was to you. That's why a judge didn't issue any fucking orders against either one of you, because you were both responsible. But you needed somebody else to align with you being a fucking victim, Aiden. So you fucking picked this lying fucking prick who's from a goddamn other country where you don't have access to court documents. You can't.
She really does hate people from other countries, doesn't she? Like, she can't have she can't mention his name without saying that he's from another country. Like, it's wild. And also, like, the amount of anger in her voice. Dear God, go get some help.
Can't do what you're doing to my husband. You can't do what you do to everybody. We don't know anything. We just have to sit here and take it up the fucking ass while this fat, ugly prick lies to everybody and tries to destroy my platform and destroy my life. That's that.
You're destroying your own platform with the people that you align yourself with and the narratives that you're spinning out there on good people. They're false. You're the one that is doxing people who were once your supporters, who was doing what you suggested they do and start their own channels. And then they didn't do it in the manner that you liked. So you dox their tax documents, where they live, their children's names, husbands' businesses, all of that. You did that. You can't take accountability. You did that to your own person who was a supporter and a friend to you, who gave you money. That's how you treat people that give you money and support you. Imagine what you do to people who don't.
And I'm actually goddamn fucking tired of it. This shit with Hellfish has made it worse. Because now you're adding yet another layer to the bullshit. You're bringing in another person with no character. You're bringing in a goddamn accused rapist.
Bro, you're insane. Is this now in the conspiracy? Aiden summons him too? Or Baker summons? What are you saying? You sound like a nut.
If you're supporting this guy, if you're in his chat, you support people that fucking rape women.
Ooh,
You support.
this isn't going to age well, because here's the thing with America. Unless you're convicted of something, that's not accurate. It's not real bright. It's not the smartest, sharpest tool in the shed.
Creeps that talk about women in weird ways. Fuck this. Third dimension is a joke, but it is actually the real thing. It is a place where we stand over here and we look at what's going on over there and we're going, we don't fucking belong there. My husband isn't in a category as Aiden and Baker and Will. My husband has never put his hands on a kid. My husband has never fucking raped anybody. My husband has never fucked a whore.
you don't get a sticker. You don't get a sticker. Also, you're so, God, she's vile. I can't. I cannot.
Stop fucking feeling like these are people that are like our leaders. These are our people that we should like look to for fucking like resolution or for moral. My husband was right in the chat. He was right. The shots fired were where my husband was in the comment section of my show. And he said, why is Aiden Carney the moral compass in this situation? He's not. He's not. He's a bad fucking person who is attaching his bad behaviors under the umbrella of the First Amendment and fighting for what's right. And he is exploiting what the Commonwealth did to him to make sure people overlook the fact that he does really fucking terrible, shitty shit.
Again, this is the most disgusting narrative I've ever heard. People's innocence or guilt is not based on if you like them. Okay? There was a million people who didn't like Karen Reed, didn't like her personality or the look she made in court. That affects nothing. She could have been the most ratchet human being on the planet. She still didn't murder John O'Keefe. You cannot like Aiden all you want, and you can get all upset because he hurt your fifis and he didn't choose your side because you were wrong. However, you now trying to spin the narrative that the Commonwealth is right and he's exploiting the First Amendment? No, bitch. We all have the right to the First Amendment. Welcome to the United States of America. It's the First Amendment for a reason. The reason you have your show today is because of that amendment. You have the freedom of speech. So you, of all people, who claim to be a journalist, which is a joke, good luck with that future career after all of the things you've done. Again, you have no impulse control. Exploiting people, doxing people. You think anyone would ever come to you with any information that they expect to be private? Absolutely not. You're in a dream world. You have no impulse control whatsoever. But now, Aiden is exploiting the First Amendment to get away with his bad, whatever. Get out of here. You're disgusting. His fight is every single one of our fights. You should be out there because you like to talk and your mouth gets you in trouble. So if anyone, you should be supporting him and backing him and be concerned about this fight. But you're too stupid to realize that. It's gross.
That you wouldn't do, your husband wouldn't do, your brother, your son, your friends, your uncles, nobody would do the shit that these people do. And you're sitting over here and you're acting like these people are everything, like he is it. You people are strange and fucking weird.
Actually, that's a if you think that we're strange and fucking weird, that is a compliment. Thank you. Means we're doing something right.
Go back to the start. His attorney, his goddamn attorney that you motherfucking people paid for, told him to not go to Lindsay Gattani's house. What did that motherfucker do? Not like a sensible person like my husband who adheres to rules and to the law. He fucking...
Oof, I don't think that's going to age well. I'm not a huge bettor, but I want to put money on that one. That's probably not going to age well.
Went against the advice of his attorney that you paid for and went over to that fucking house.
Also, he admits that. That's. Are you new here? He's said that many times. You are a little behind on everything, though. Like you put things out like way behind. So
explain that to your children. When you're trying to raise good kids, Aiden, when you're the dad of the motherfucking year, you went against the advice of...
So again, I don't know if you don't remember this, but I do. And I know a lot of people in the chat do. You have said Aiden is a great father multiple times. Multiple times. In fact, I haven't heard anyone ever say anything other than Aiden is a great father. Even people who don't like him. So this is so disingenuous, you trying to spin him as anything other than that. It's gross.
Your goddamn attorney who knows the law, who knew that you shouldn't go anywhere near there, and you fucking did it anyway. One could say, sir, that if you just listened to the advice of your goddamn attorney, you never would have spent Christmas in hiding. You never would have been away from your children for 60 days. If you just stayed in your goddamn house.
Well, one could say that, but they'd be wrong, because then you'd have to you'd have to realize what he was on probation for. And that was corruption for false witness intimidating charges. Okay. So again, you'd be dumb and you'd be an idiot, which those are two things check for you. But he was looking into the corrupt police who ran a corrupt investigation on Karen Reed. They didn't like him looking into things, and they charged him with BS charges. So there wouldn't have been anything to get him rearrested had that not happened. So again, this is how ill-informed you are. This is how your brain works. And it's how you try to twist things to your audience, to your bunnies. And none of them have the wherewithal to go actually look and dig or do any other research. And it's really gross.
He didn't go to jail because he was fighting for Karen Reed. He went to jail because he, against the advice of his attorney, he left his home and went to the home of Lindsay Gattani.
So here you show us all just how dumb you are and how pointed that you are in what you're doing. Because it's not like that didn't even enter your brain. Here we find out it did enter your brain. So you did take it back to why he was originally in jail, because he was fighting for Karen Reed. And then you chose to spin a different narrative as to why he was put in jail. He wouldn't have been put in jail had those charges never been brought upon him. Yeah, this is where the whole thing started, was when he was fighting for Karen Reed. And you can't handle that. You can't handle the fact that he will always be known for that. That's the reason I know him, is because of Karen's case. That's the reason a lot of people know him. It's why the reason that this case is what it is, was what it was, the coverage it got, is because Turboy did that. He brought all the attention to this case. You can't handle that because you will never do that for a case. You don't have the worth ethic, first of all, and you will never do that much research or put forth any effort to do that, to ever be that. So it really, it's even grosser, because now I know that your brain went there. You just chose to spin it someplace else.
That is it. If he had not done that, if he had followed the rules, if he had done what his attorney had said, he never, ever, ever would have been taken from his children.
Unbelievable.
Every single time somebody starts to talk about that kind of behavior, it flips to First Amendment, Commonwealth, crime, and corruption, and an easy fucking pivot for you, sir.
No. That's just the facts of the case. Do you need to go back and rewatch the trial that you were at? I think you might. Also, why do you sound like you're almost in tears? You need help.
But over here in the third dimension, we want all of it. We want to look at all of it. We look at the whole thing.
Dead air. I swear she's crying.
I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Poor you.
I'm tired, like, opinions or making jokes about people out here, even the shit against LTL, you know, the jokes about Baker and the fleshlight, that's one thing. You people take it too fucking far. You have no thick skin. And now what you get
says the person who cries all the time on her stream because she can't handle that people are refuting the BS that she's saying about them. Sure. We'll all get thick skin because you have the thickest.
this version. I'm so sorry, Jolene, you don't like it. I'm so sorry, fucking Megan Fox, you don't like it. But these people are assholes. This is coming from a place of saying, I am not a perfect person. I make mistakes. I have been poor. I have not paid my bills. I have made mistakes when it comes to career choices and jobs or whatever. But I will maintain, as I stated before, I have also been out on bail. I have also been charged with violating a restraining order. And I fucking followed the goddamn law to a motherfucking T. And when, by the way, Aiden, the people in power in my community, like the police chief, like an elected official in the selectman's office,
Yeah, because she's just like you, Aiden. God, she thinks she's like everyone. Okay, yeah, she just like you, just like him.
Town employee.
Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened. 1 second. Oh, weird. This part didn't record. This part didn't record, guys. I don't know why. That's really weird. All right. Super weird.
I followed the law because I never took risks, because I put my own personal desires to go out in public or go where I wanted to go on the back burner and took the law seriously. They never fucking charged me. They couldn't move forward, and all the charges were dropped because every single time they tried to set me up, I had proof I wasn't where they said I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had charges, but they were dropped. Well, that doesn't mean shit to you, right? Because nobody else's who has ever had charges and were dropped, well, you don't count that. So, oh, okay. So we should just start calling you what you were accused for then? Okay. Yeah.
Had proof of me being in my house. I had my Ring cameras to show where I was. I had timestamps of everything. And I also had a disciplined behavior of never fucking being where I was.
Disciplined behavior never went in the same sentence as your name. I can assure you that.
Supposed to be. Case in point, one time I was at an event, I was working it. And the person who had a restraining order against me, who was actively trying to put me in jail, showed up there. I had every right to be there. I had every right to be there. I was working. I had a right to be there. I could have stayed there. And you know what? I always thought there's going to be a chance. She's going to come closer. I called the cops. I asked the cops, what do you think? The cops go, listen, you have the right. But I said, say no more. Give me a police escort out of this property.
But did you demand one like Justin Alan? Because I could see you doing that. I could see you doing that.
Make sure you follow me with your fucking cops all the way out to my vehicle to show that I'm not near this person. I don't want to go near them. I have no intention. I protected myself, not necessarily because I cared about me going to jail, but because I cared about my fucking kids. I thought about my children every single solitary time there was an accusation of violating this bail or violating this order. You never thought about your kids ever until it was too.
That's funny you bring that up because remember when he was at the courthouse and then she showed up or whatever, and then he went to the cops and he basically did the same thing that you did? What are you talking about? You don't get a sticker. The amount of stickers this woman wants for doing normal things is outrageous. Stop.
Fucking late. You thought about your kids after the fact, and even then you were talking about how you didn't get to see your kids. No, your kids didn't get to see you. Nobody cares about you. You're there
You don't think that's what he's talking about? Dude, you twist everything. It is disgusting.
because of yourself.
Dead air.
How about you just stay the fuck home? How about that? So yeah, like happy Friday morning, happy payday, YouTubers. It's the 21st. All that money hit your hyper wallet today. Perfect. Just so you know, the guy that Baker and Valhalla are out here touting as like a credible, decent human being was accused of felony rape. Just want to make sure that's where everybody's at.
Accused. Just like you were charged or accused of whatever you were charged or accused of. But all right, whatever. Sure. Allegedly, you didn't even know if this is the right man. I can't with this. And how do you go from one thing to another thing like that? Something is so off with her.
It's so safe and warm at home. It really, really is.
Oh my God. So you should just stay in your home. Stay in your home, Turtle Boy. Don't use any of the freedoms that we have in this country. Oh, this was the one. Okay, hold on.
She will walk around out on the fucking Twitterverse and she'll be like, oh my God, like stop this. Jessica Machado, can't you shut J7 down? Who are you, fucking Arkansas bestie? Shut J7. I couldn't shut J7 down if I fucking tried. She's a fucking animal.
Except that you and 7-Eleven convenience station both said, you said, I know I could have asked you and you would have. And then 7-Eleven said, but I would have if you just asked me. So that's a lie. Okay.
She's going to say and do whatever the fuck she wants. And that's why everybody watches. That's why she's getting paid fucking $39 a fucking 1,000 views on YouTube. Because YouTube knows what we all know, which is you can't fucking stop her.
It's also based off where you live. But you wouldn't know that because you don't do any research. So there's that.
Can't look away. She's going to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Correct? Correct. Leave me alone. I can't control her, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I like it. I like it. You like it too.
We know because you're twins. You are the same person. Literally, you have the same diagnosis, allegedly.
And they are making bank. Jolene makes so much. Jolene, what are you spending your money? What do? You invest in your money? You guys look like good people to invest. What are you guys doing? Well, how are you spending your money that you made off of my fucking name and my content this month? What are you doing? What bills you paying with the money that you made?
She did the same thing. She asked me what I was spending my money on too. It's none of your business. Also, whatever we want to. This is not a flex. Get some friends. Get some real friends in real life that you didn't meet off of YouTube. How about you do that?
Off of Jessica Machado. There's a challenge. Hey, Jolene, do a whole week worth of 20,000 view shows without mentioning my name. You can't. You won't.
She was so successful before you, and she will be successful after you. Okay? All right.
What are all of I can't do anything. Jessica Walsh, happy 1-year birthday bun buns. 600 joules from Corn Dead. 20 pounds from Magda that says, I'm chipping in as the stream is 100% demonetized. Probably. It probably is. Gifted 20 Jess Machado memberships from Jay Walsh. Thank you. I can't see the rest of these. Hold on. Nudes so far gifted a membership. Thank you. Enchiladas Texas gifted 5 memberships. Sandy gave 10 jewels and then 10 jewels. Kath,
Thrilling.
what's the 1 year? Did we
Thrilling.
buy oil per money? Is my that the only time that girl ever gets views is when she streams my shit?
Oh boy. This is
Damn, enjoy the fact that the common sense investigator,
Oh, that's
if
me.
she,
Hold
I
on,
like
hold
I
on.
explained this 1,000 times, if she
Hold
knew
on. Okay. There we go.
they do not get any views. Lauren, common sense investigator, if she, I explained this 1,000 times, if she knew how much I goddamn enjoy the fact that the only time that girl ever gets views is when she streams my shit, she would never do it.
But it's not actually, because remember you tried to do that flux the other day where you went through and you went to everyone's first ever live that they did when they first started their channel, and then you wrote all of them down, and when you got to mine I had 3.3 thousand, and you were like, oh, she get 3.3. Oh, good for her. Good for her. I mean, she's only been doing this 6 months. So remember you tried to say that, but that's not true. So yeah, I do some late night shows that are really not about nothing. Those don't get great views. Don't really care. That's not why I'm here. You're the only one who cares about your views. But also be accurate, because I do a lot of fundraisers and do all that kind of stuff, and those get great views because of this community. This community, you know, the one that you shit on daily, because of all the fine people that come to the fundraisers and support what we're doing. Yeah, those people.
does, because she doesn't care. She does not care. She just wants.
You're right. I don't care. I don't care about anything you say. And that really bothers you.
Money. What family do you work for, by the way? What family do you work for? Whose children are you fucking with every day? Do they know that you support an accused felony rapist?
Yikes. Yikes. Slippery slope. Slippery slope. Also, I don't know where these people get their information. I could take a wild guess. I have said many times that
Text message.
I was a nanny in the past. I was a nanny for years, actually. I count that as a blessing to have kids that are still like my nieces and nephews, families that are very much, I feel part of their family. They feel part of my family. But now this is the new narrative that I'm a nanny. So that's fun to find out that I'm still a nanny, and that's what I do. Also, you should really be careful. You're getting real close to a line of defamation. This is also a veiled threat, so you should really, really watch yourself. It's really, really not smart.
Weird. What song do we want to listen to right now? I think we're gonna go in the house. I think I want to listen
just
to.
now going in the house.
No, not that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm wondering if I even want to. I believe the chat, but like, also it would be kind of fun to just be like, you know what? Will everybody make content off of me doing content without talking about the YouTubers? Like, will Lauren, common sense investigator, Eric Stoltz, what's the name of that? What's the name of the movie? Please, it's like out of my. What's the name of the movie? Is it The Face? What's the name of it? Like, what? Like, will they? What they'll do, right? Is so say on Monday. Mask. Thank you, mask. Okay, so say I do this on Monday and I put together a 4-hour show, and during that whole show we just do all of these things. We have a guest, we have like these activities, we do all of these things. We do 4 hours. Is Lauren going to take that show and put it on her show and make fun of it the whole time? Because like that, I'm not in the business of doing that either. If this bitch is.
So since you like to talk about me
Text
so much.
message.
Sorry, I got a text message. So since you like to talk about me a lot, but you're not bothered. Let me explain a little something to you. Nobody is covering your shit because they think it's good. The only reason we're calling out your lies and your contradictory statements is because you're shit talking everyone. And we're done with it. We're done with your lies. Okay. So we're dissecting your lies. So if you do a stream where you're not shit talking everyone and lying, it's actually adorable that you think I would be listening to that. Please, by all means, do your show without shit talking everyone. I would love nothing more than to cover you and have to go over and point out all your lies and contradictory statements. I would love nothing more. Please, please.
Going to take my show and she's going to make fun of it. I'm going to talk about her and all of her friends. Right. So I'm not really sure. Maybe we do some sort of hybrid. I'm not really even sure. I really need to think about it. I need to think about it. Also, I had respect for Megan Fox. I was kind of like, did a little research on her. I was like, okay, all right.
You didn't do a little research on her. You knew exactly who the fuck she was when you first mentioned her weeks and weeks ago. Again, we do that here. We talk about that stuff. We know what you said.
Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. So we have to think about it. That's all I'm saying.
Again, you have to think about it again.
I am their content. You and I know it. They know it. Valerie's listening, right?
It's actually the other way around, which is really funny. And you know it because your views know it and they're speaking to you. Your views are in half. They're in half of what they used to be because no one wants to listen to it. You don't have anything else to talk about but this community. If you stop talking about this community, then you do exactly what you tried to do the other day where you shit on your followers and the people who supported you and dox them. That didn't go over so well. You lost more followers then. So, yeah.
Now, think about this. Valerie's listening right now. Jolene is listening right now. Megan's listening right now. Lauren's listening right now. Baker's listening right now. Jim Altman is listening right now. Think about this. Think about it's different when you kind of say it. Like, where are you currently listening to this right now, Jolene? Are you in your house? Are you in the car? Are you sitting on your couch? Or are you still in bed?
In a plane or a car or a train? Green eggs and ham?
Are you at the grocery store? Do you have on like headphones or you have earbuds in? How are you listening to me talk about you right now? We all know where Jen Altman is. She's in her Audi and she's zooming around between lung clients, and in between she is listening and she has got it on play. She's listening to it audio wise, and then she's on her phone tweeting right now about me. So Jen Altman is listening to what I'm saying. In her mind, her brain flickers and she's like, I've got to tweet my disdain for this. Hey Jessica, hey Jessica,
Oh.
hey Jessica, hey Jessica, hey Jessica, hey Jessica. Hey, Jessica, I was a veteran, but you never mentioned that I was a veteran. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jessica, I'm in my Audi. You're going to love it. It's also a really nice car, like a BMW. I did it first. I was always right. Hey, Jessica. Jessica, your hair is blonde. You're going to love being a blonde. I've been blonde a long time. I've been a blonde long before you. You're going to love it. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jessica, I always knew Aiden was bad and you're just late to the game because I'm always right. I love that I'm always right. You're a bad person. Hey, Jessica.
Guys, let me, I know you guys, a lot of you didn't get to watch her really amazing show that got taken down yesterday. But this same thing, she must have really liked it because she did that except about 3 times longer. Like I was like, is this really still going? I wanted to fast forward, but then I was like, how long is she going to keep saying her own name? And it was a long ass time. So she must have really liked this little bit that she did because she did it again today. Since some people didn't get to hear the one that was like 3 times longer yesterday. Let me remind you, this woman is 50. She's 50 years old. Okay.
Valerie, nobody knows where you are, where you're listening and you're tweeting from. Who the fuck knows? You could be in a mental institution and you have tablet time when you're listening to me. And you have tablet time and nobody fucking knows where you are, where you're listening, or where you're tweeting from. Nobody knows where you're doing your spaces from. Some sort of like fucking mental correctional facility, and it's tablet time for you. Big Husky got tablet time? Big Husky tablet time? Tablet time, Big Husky? Ugh. Who said a barn? She's in a bunker. You're the winner. You win. You win. Oh shit. Oh, Val's the worst. She's so, can you imagine like that is your life? Like, I can't wait to get on the internet and not even Facebook, not even Instagram, not even TikTok. She's just on X, angry and hates me. It is wild. Ugh. Priscilla is multitasking at home, working, also watching you on a big screen.
Watching.
I missed it.
That was like garage. She was watching. Watching in the garage. I want to hear that again. Okay. Listen to Priscilla, and then you'll hear working.
Priscilla is multitasking at home, working, also watching you on a big
watching in the garage
screen. Hold on, I missed it. It went away. Now I'm wondering if I even want to. I believe. You're an asshole.
Oh, this is when Jessica calls in. He's like, that's not, no one cares. No one cares. She just tells him to get a turquoise polo because she's obsessed with Aiden. And he
I did watch your show and I appreciated hearing.
Apparently is now watching YouTube.
Streaming. J7 is here.
Oh, this is when 7-Eleven convenience store calls.
Can you talk about things? I know I have to leave you. We have a lot to get done today. What happened? Jessica, call my 401 number. Can you call my this phone's going to die. Can we go to the office? I don't want to. I have to. The children are here. We have to be present. It's time to end. We have no choice. I'm going to see what we can do about doing another show between now and Monday. Tonight, Peachy Keen. Oh, hold on, J7. Hi. What happened?
Right to the rental shop. I got a call from the rental.
Okay. I don't have you on speaker. I just go ahead. So.
Another thrilling content when she's on the phone and on her stream. Very entertaining. So she's talking to 7-Eleven convenience store here on the phone.
What was the statement that he referenced that she brought to them? Oh, okay. Right. He said, I have a disabled veteran in my office. Okay. Right, 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 right. So what did the police officer instruct you to do? Not speak of it? Right. 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 Well, well, maybe just wait and think things through. Yeah. Did you go to work?
Maybe take your own advice, lady.
Oh, okay. Let me call you after I'm done. I'm going to end the show and I'll call you. Okay, love you. Bye.
We'll look at that in a minute,
right.
Diane.
All right. Crazy. So anyway. Okay. All right. It's Friday. The weekend is upon us.
I think
what
that's
was
it.
That.
She doesn't really.
What did that hit?
Okay. She may say something else.
All right. I think this is a solid show. This is a good show.
So good.
Sorry, it's a little discombobulated.
So
Sorry, it was
good.
aggressive. We had some aggressive moments in here.
So fun. So much fun.
Dave Matthews' neighbor is back. I thought we blocked you. Actually, you know what? You're somebody I never blocked because I always feel like we should be able to listen to both sides of things. Peachy Keen is on YouTube tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all the besties and all of the bunnies. Thanks for a really great week. We had a really great week. We had a banner week. I don't know why people are saying that like I took a showdown and then let's also, we'll put this up here too. You know, Megan
Okay.
happened to me. I've lost my ability. It says we reviewed jail and other places.
So she doesn't touch anything, but the police contacted J711 for the harassment that she was doing on Hellfish Haven. That's what that call was about. She clearly doesn't talk about it, but that's what that was about. So we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Anyways, I am supposed to be on Friday Night Live with the Experts, so I am going to check the super chats and then scoot on over there, and I'm going to send you guys over there as well. I think Baker and all of them are already over there. Pammers, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the tribe. Steph sent 1,000 jewels for the loot box. Thank you, Steph. Steph also became a new member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe. We're excited that you are here. Tiny Sleuth sent 1,000 jewels for the loot box as well. The YouTuber said, just talk to Hellfish. He's good. Police handled J7's threats directly. He will be back tomorrow or Sunday. Okay, good. Glad he is doing well. Yeah, if you didn't hear, she threatened him like physically with violence. It was real classy, you know, typical stuff that she does. Yeah, it's a very slippery slope with these two, and I don't think they get it, but you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So we'll see. Karen, how are you, Karen? Member for 3 months, says, I truly adore you and your intelligent streams. Love you, Lauren. And I love you right back, Karen. Thank you so much. You're always so sweet, and I appreciate you. Fuzzy Duck Puppet says, I husband and I buy the car I want. Okay, Queen, I love it. You do all the things, and I love that. So you can do both if you find a good one, right? You got to find, that's the key. You got to find a good husband. Thank you so much. Dr. Daddy became a member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe. let's see. Rita, how are you, Rita? 200 joules for the sunshine. Thank you so much. Side Eyes Jess, thank you for your super chat. She says, get it right. Lauren, Baker controls TB. Will and the rest of you bots. Geez, remember for next time. I can't keep up. I can't remember who's in control. You know, the plan, the big plan, it changes all the time. And so if I'm not there for the meetings, if I miss a meeting, I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. And then sometimes I mess up, you know, it's hard. Thank you for the reminder. The other Mary B, how are you, babe? Says, I love when Lauren goes full Italian. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Kimini Crickets sent a super chat and says, did she ever address all the smells that she smelled? Indeed, she did not. No. That would be too much. How is she going to explain that she smells when she said she didn't smell and that she was sorry for lying to her people for saying she smelt when it was really her mom? But then how is she going to address it and then say, well, I actually smelt that when I'm sorry for lying again? How is she going to address that? I don't know. No, she didn't address it. That's what happens when you lie. You have to remember your lies, and you can't because there's so many streams and they're all in there. Thank you. Wasn't and now Gran. Hey, hon, how are you? Just because you have great genes from your mom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kubi sends a super chat and says, to piss JM off. Well, thank you. I'm sure that it worked. New Hampshire woman. How you doing, New Hampshire? Sends a $5 super chat and says, pizza money, LOL. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kelly Never sends a super chat and says, we need to send her a CSI muzzle. Yes. Just any muzzle will do. Any regular muzzle will do. Thank you so much. Alessa Girl, how are you, babe? Thank you so much for the super chat. You just sent a heart because you're just so sweet. Thank you. Good to see you. Noto sends $20 for pizza. Thank you so much. G Table became a new member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe. I think you will like it here. Bless Texas Lolly, how are you? She has been a member for 4 months and said, you are amazing and I love what you bring to the table. Thank you. I love our community. Thank you. I love you right back. And I love our community as well. We have a great community and we have a great little tribe over here going. And I thank you guys for the support that you give me and for being here when I stream. It's fantastic. And you guys make my days better when I come to discuss this, when I have to listen to this. So I would not be wanting to do it without any of you guys. All right, guys, I'm going to get over to Expert's house. Please go over to the Expert. FNL is going on now. He's most likely got like Valhalla and all of that. I haven't even looked at the messages he sent to see, but I will be going over there after I go pee because I gotta do. It's been a long stream. Anyways, okay, yes. So go over there and I will see you in the chat and we will talk soon. I love you guys. Bye.
Justice for Kelsey. Keep that fire burning bright. Justice for Turtle Boy. Truth still putting up a fight. Lauren's got the receipts and that real CSI edge. Common sense investigator coming in hot, no pledge. Teeth blinding white, smile straight, killer clean. Girl don't need no milk, she's already pristine. Facts on deck, no fear, no holding back. Roll the credits, we'll catch you on the next one.